In the team tournament, the Ultimate Schmoedown Team Tournament 2018, the theme is anarchy. Anarchy. Anarchy.
It's Wednesday, you silly sons of bitches, and it is Collider Live. We are live. It's Collider Live. And guess what? We might not talk about movies. Deal with it, you fucks. It's time to have a great show. It's time to talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. And it's time to enjoy your words, your love. So make sure you hashtag Collider Live, and let's get some conversations going here today. What a crew we got. I'm going to start with our co-host. I hope that you guys, if you don't know her, well, you should get to know her. She's got a really cool geeky channel. She's a nerd just like us, and she's just an overall cool person. However, she's the best party crasher I've ever met in my entire life.
Whoa,
it's Dorina.
whoa.
She's better than you. Dorina.
I'm better than you.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I'm going to prove it. Dorina Arellano. I got it?
Yes.
Yes. I got the name
Very
right.
good.
Because we tried it in the beginning, and I said, and I tried to pronounce it, and then...
Arellano.
Yeah, well, she said,
That's Italian.
Good job.
how do people normally do it?
How do people normally do it?
say...
Well, they would say Dorina Arellano.
Right, which is
wrong.
wrong.
It's Dorina Arellano.
Right, and I didn't get that close because I'm too white.
Yeah, that's fine. You did good for being white.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
My Spanish accent is more Italian than anything.
But it's close enough.
Yeah, close
That was more like a Mario.
Yeah.
Like Nintendo
no.
Mario.
Mario Lopez?
No, like Nintendo Mario.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So, speaking of Mario Lopez, nice to see you shave face, Magoo.
Yeah, I haven't shaved, clean shaven, easily 6 months.
Why'd you do that?
I was buzzing the beard, and then it looked uneven. Then I lost my mind. It's like Pedro in Napoleon Dynamite.
Right.
I came home one day and shaved my
Does
head.
the wife like it?
She does not like a clean shaven face that much.
neither
She would
does
much
mine
rather
either.
scruff.
Yeah, same with whenever I do it, it's like, oh, why'd you go that
Yeah,
soft?
exactly.
You like a shaven face? Or you like the
I do.
scruff? You like a shaven?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. How about you? What the hell are you doing with yourself? Nice to have you back.
Yeah, good to see you, Brett.
There's never a comfortable
Why
way
does
to
that
hold
sound
this,
good?
I don't know. What is this my
That sounds better.
Beardo? Is this better?
Yeah, it sounds
There
better.
you go.
All right.
All right. And we're back.
How you doing? What happened? Where were you?
I was in Palm Springs all weekend. It's our 1 year. Once a year, we get with a group of friends. We rent a house and we just hang out and just.
And you were recovering from your hangover yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't drink all weekend.
What'd you do yesterday?
I just.
Where were you? We missed you.
Yesterday I had to work an actual job that pays well.
This is not. This is not an actual job.
No, I mean it's a fun place to be.
Are you? Who should talk? I don't know. Is it confirmed the thing we're going to send you on? Is that confirmed, locked down, ready to go?
For tomorrow?
It goes tomorrow.
Oh
right?
yeah, and I've sent in a script and.
Do they like it?
Yeah.
So I guess we can make the announcement. I mean, we'll probably make the announcement they're going to cancel it. But Brett is going to go because they're releasing Solo on Blu-ray coming up, and Brett's going to go interview Chewbacca.
Oh, nice.
For Solo, yeah.
Cool.
So
Yeah, you could have just gotten a picture, and they said if you have any bits or anything, and so I sent in a script, and it had to be approved by Disney.
they said no the first time, right?
Well, they actually cut a couple things out of it because, and I thought they were mild as hell, but it was apparently just too dirty. I was going to ask him if he wore boxers or briefs, and then just go like, oh, I guess just the.
Right.
Like this, and
The
they said,
bullets?
"Yeah, you got to cut the boxers and briefs."
Really?
Oh, wow.
Wow. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's kids.
And I also
Disney.
couldn't ask him if he crushes.
Yeah, I know it's true. So there's a lot of things we're going to talk about on today's show, and Dorina's going to. Dorina actually, even though today she failed the quiz I gave her, but she's actually really good at
Because
scores.
you asked me at like 9 in the morning.
That's an excuse.
Yeah, that's a terrible excuse.
That's way too early.
I wake up on fire, Dorina. I'm quiz ready to
But-
Good
go.
for, ask him the questions.
He wouldn't know that. He wouldn't know.
No,
the
I don't know
question.
anything about composers.
There's two things that Dorina's really good at that I know.
Just two.
Just two that I know of. Yeah, thank you.
Is this from Dancing Queen 2?
That's
Back
correct.
This
now?
is the really crappy version of the Ewok celebration at the end of the Return of the Jedi.
Okay, well done.
Because
well
Yub
done.
Nub is way better, obviously.
Now,
Yep, definitely.
Dorina is actually a idiot savant when it comes to scores. She's really good at it. That's where we bonded over
Yeah.
because we saw Hans Zimmer together.
Yes, that was so good.
It was amazing.
Oh, you went to the concert together.
Yes,
Well,
like
like you
one
saw
of
him
the
at a
best
mall.
concerts.
Me, Wendy, and who else was with us? It was-
Wendy's friend. I don't know who that is.
I thought there was somebody else that came with us.
Wendy's one friend.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. We had my buddy Aaron Wilhelm.
Oh, okay. Your friend.
Yeah, my friend Aaron Wilhelm, who cuts the Schmoes Know.
Well, I
see him
only
at the
met him
bowl?
that one time, and I was too excited. I was like, "Nice to meet you. I'm freaking out." So
I honestly, that concert to me, I love John Williams.
Was it at the Hollywood Bowl?
no,
No, I wish. It was at the
Shrine.
I hate that fucking
But
place.
the
the old
acoustics
Shrine.
sounded amazing because
did.
he had the best musicians in the world with him.
It sounded
So
good.
good.
It just you're cramped up. It's like one of those old
Right.
shitty movie theater
Right,
feel.
right.
You know, you just can't move. But it was amazing. I love John Williams. Seeing him, but with John Williams, you feel it's a very different vibe.
Yeah,
it's a fun.
It's
vibe.
also
And
different music.
Very much. No,
Yeah.
no, very
Very
much so.
different,
Well,
yeah.
because,
Well said.
well, no, but
Very
she, it's like Hans Zimmer is like a rock star.
Yeah.
And the way that it plays. I mean, he knocked me out of my chair, man. I loved it. It was one of my favorite things. So anyway, Dorina knows her shit when it comes to the scores, but she's also, I'm telling you, the best party person to be with.
Don't out me, because then people are going to try to be friends with me, and I don't want more friends.
I have to.
That's smart. That's smart.
Because you're so talented at it. The thing is, it's like you go to a place, and it's not a matter of not being on
Are we
the list.
talking about Comic-Con?
Comic-Con is when I hang out with her and Nathan all the time, right? And it's like that's like where I get one time a year to where actually I'm able to socialize with people, and it's at Comic-Con. And when I go, that's like my peeps that I hang out with at Comic-Con.
Sure.
And on the list, we're usually all on the list and everything too. But there's like a fucking thing you have to do. This is like
It's a dance.
it's a dance, and she's the best at the dancing. And so when you get to the front, she doesn't even know these people, and it's like whatever. It's like magic that she does. She talks to somebody, and the next thing you know, you're at the VIP thing. She's the best. So I wanted to give you
I've
props.
never
the
been-
magic of actually just having social skills.
Yeah, no,
apparently.
but I've never been turned down at a door while not being
It really
on a
is
list.
though. It really is though.
But
It's
only
about
because you
socializing.
guys are like, hey, we're all here. So can we add more, like 5 people in to bring
Dudes.
into party? I'm like, okay.
Yeah. It's-
That's the only reason, because you always ask me to bring people in. Like
But-
I got Dorian and Jack into
Right.
that one party.
Right,
And
but it's a talent to be able to get that many, to keep getting dudes in.
Yeah, I mean, I usually just sneak in. I don't even talk to
You
people
and
at doors.
Finstock. Yeah, right.
I mean, Finstock's one, but I mean, in multiple Comic-Cons, I've never been on lists for anything unless you actually put me on
Right,
one.
right.
And I just go up and I keep talking until they just
Right.
let
You're
me
pretty,
in.
yeah, well, that's what I mean. You're good at getting yourself in.
Yeah,
she's
nobody
good
else.
at getting the whole office
No,
in
I
if
won't
she
do
needs to.
anything
Yeah,
for
yeah,
anybody.
yeah.
And the list
yeah.
is nonsense too. You could be on a list and be in a line around the block.
Sure.
Too.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that list itself? You can get on the list. That's easy. It's being able to just kind of breeze through it and get in, and she's the queen of it. So I'm glad to have you on the show. I don't think we've ever done any shows together.
I don't think so.
No, I
Yeah,
mean,
thanks for
Schmoedown
having
stuff.
me.
Yeah.
Maybe. No.
Well, you've been on Schmoes Know. I think you not like you like walked out
This is my first speaking.
for
part.
speaking role. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to have you. What's the
Thanks for
channel?
allowing me to speak.
And you got
that's right.
immediately put at the main table, so that's fine.
Don't
You don't
worry.
have to hold your mic awkwardly for 2 hours.
It's okay. Brett will never make it here. It's
I know,
fine.
it's true.
Yeah.
That's still my favorite line when he went up to Fernandez and he goes, "So what's the plan for me here at Collider?" And Fernandez goes, "Currently there is no plan."
Story of my life.
So tell me a little bit about the channel that you do with Jenna Bush.
Oh, it's called Super Dork House.
Yeah.
And we've
Sounds
been
better
really,
than the Big Brother house, I'll be honest.
We've been really bad at, or I've been really bad, because I'm the one that actually edits the whole thing.
Okay.
But I've been really bad at uploading stuff, but lately, because I've been so busy. But it's basically just, you guys are really good at being pundits and like talking about geek entertainment in a very professional, or more so ish professional way.
Put an ish in.
And so we just wanted to do something where we're literally, it's more like this, where we're
Like
just
shooting the
hanging
shit.
out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's the way it's going now. To be honest with you, I have so much more fun doing like this
Yeah.
than I used to when it, because I don't do movie talk anymore. I mean, Jedi Council's still fun for me,
Right.
and it's just this to me is my conversation. Like I did a one-on-one. By the
Yeah.
way, the one-on-one I did with Dagnino yesterday. I don't even know if I can release that thing. He says so much offensive
listen,
shit in the beginning of it.
I had him on one show.
Yeah.
I had him on Between the Sheets way back when I was still calling the show Between the Sheets. And when it was done, I was like, this is useless. This entire thing is useless.
It's not that it was useless because I found myself like having to say, well, maybe you shouldn't say that.
Yes.
And because there were things that he said that offended me. But you realize when you get to the core of who he is, the way he grew up and what he the stuff that he went through, it's pretty fascinating, man. And it's amazing because we take it for granted. Have you met Tom?
Yeah.
So there he is. So he literally is going to crawl out of that thing pretty soon. But it's like you, from what he went through, and I don't want to give away too much for the interview, but like his dad being, and he talked about it at great length. So it's not like me giving up information. His dad was a heroin addict. His mom passed 10, 15 years ago. And a lot of people would got very angry. He didn't ever get angry.
Right.
He went into a completely different place. And he's a fascinating dude. He really is.
I like Tom.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
I do not like Finstock that much at all.
What's the difference, though?
Well, no,
sometimes?
but there is a difference. There is a character, and then there's a real human being. And I got to know Tom at a Comic-Con, 5 years ago, however long that was. And then, I got in legit awesome conversations with Tom. And I've had a lot of great conversations with Tom. It's when he's playing Finstock that he's putting on a show that I am just not a fan of anymore.
Yeah, see, the thing is, that's what I try to figure out. That's what I tried to figure out with him on the show yesterday, was that, like Andrew Guy, that's a character.
Sure.
Like when he's put on Schmoes Know, it's a character. When Rocha pops into the Outlaw, for the most part, it's a character. Finstock, there's a lot of Tom in there.
There's huge gray areas.
It's gray areas, too. So it's just like he just knows that when he puts the mask on, he can get away with some more shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a fascinating interview. I think I'll release it. It might be the last thing we ever release on the channel, but I'm going to give it a shot. Do you find him offensive?
I met him a couple of times. I don't know him as well, except for when I've seen him on like Schmoes Know stuff.
Okay.
But I do have video of you guys dancing at last year's Comic-Con.
Nice.
So I should send that to you guys,
Sure.
and you should
Him
play
and
it for
Dagnino?
everyone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That would be great.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
There's a lot
I
of people
found
have
that
a lot of video of me
offensive.
dancing.
You found that
That
offensive?
was offensive. Yeah,
He's
the
actually
dancing.
he's a pretty good dancer though too.
Yeah,
I do we have that video? I don't know if we have it, Cobbster, but it's the video that I sent to Macuga I don't even know if I've sent it to Cobbster. It's the So You Think You Can Dance video.
Yeah, that Kristian sends me a decent amount of videos and such.
Yeah.
And I never thought I'd get a "So You Think You Can Dance"
I know.
video from Kristian, but
I know.
it was
awesome.
I mean, listen, I love watching dance stuff. I will go to my grave saying that You Got Served is a good movie. I don't care who's out there.
Bibiani loves it.
The end dance part of You Got Served is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's really good.
The movie is bad, but the dancing is amazing. Yes.
I just want to walk into Ralph's with doing that dance. Me, you, Sheridan, and let's see if we can pull it up. Go to So You Think You Can Dance, and it's the
Yellow
what's it called?
Jacket guys?
It's called So You Think You Can Dance Juice. Call it So You Think You Can Dance Juice. And I want to figure out if we can actually do this.
No, I mean, you
it's that one.
definitely
It's the
can.
first one. Yeah.
First one.
So yeah, turn the volume up on it. So. Can we? No, of course we can't. But I would love to try to do this. Imagine us going to like a supermarket, us trying to do this, and how bad it would fail, and then have someone recording us. Do you think any one of us could pull off any of this shit?
Yes.
No? I think
me.
Macuga could. I think Macuga could do it in the whole
This
other-
dance is not that hard.
Is this supposed to be Dick Tracy?
It's like it's got a bit from it, but it's like I'm telling you.
Oh, Josh, we can do this.
Yes.
I'm wondering who's the. I mean, Macuga's definitely the best dancer, I think, in the office. I think Wendy could probably pull this off too, but she's not a dude.
Josh, you've seen me dance.
Wendy
here,
can do it.
Cobbster
Wendy
can
could probably
move.
pull this off.
This really isn't that
RB3?
good. Why?
What?
RB3 can move too.
kidding me? This is-
RB3.
They're not
Joey.
in-
Dude,
Joey can
this is
dance.
some shit.
Yeah, Razul can dance. I
These
think.
these fucking kids were rocking.
Wasn't somebody like a poppin' locker when they were a
Yeah,
kid?
it was the top. Oh, you mean? Yeah,
RB3,
yeah.
right? Wasn't RB3 in like a
I
hip
think
hop
Joey was
dance
too.
band?
I
Who?
saw Joey dance at Comic-Con.
Okay.
Joe, you know what? Joey can break it down. Yeah, you're right. Joey and Macuga could probably do this too.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is the type of shit. And this was funny as I talked to Macuga about it. So I was talking to Jay
You
Williams.
can do it. You're good.
Yeah, Jay Williams over at Afterthoughts. They do the show. It's on every Friday. You can catch it on the Collider Movie Talk podcast feed. And they talk about Sight and Sound, which is their music show. And I listened to it. And Snelling, of course, goes, "Listen to this episode. Try this to Sight and Sound." Like, all right, what is it? Is it music stuff? And it's just talking about, like, I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. Like, why am I listening to this?
You're not up on the current
Yeah,
music.
I was like, well, no, this wasn't the music thing. It's just something else. And I'm like, what should I be listening to? Is there any particular reason I'm listening to this? And he's like, no. I'm like, what's the fucking music episode? So I go to the music episode and I listen to that, and I liked it a lot because I told him, though, I told Jay Williams, I just wish there was kind of more segmented because the way that I learn new music is through So You Think You Can Dance.
Are you serious? You're such a dad.
I'm such a dad. And it's like, because, and I don't go, it's what my wife watches on television, and that's how I know. You think I would have ever known about that song Juice? I have no idea what that is. I would think it was from like 1992 with the movie with Tupac and who was the Omar Epps?
Yeah, Above the Rim?
No,
Juice.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. RB3 tweeted out. RB3 tweets a lot about rap and hip hop, which I appreciate because most of the hip hop knowledge I know from now music is from RB3's tweets. And I tweeted back and I said, RB3, I would really like to do a podcast or talk to you at length about today's hip hop. Because when I turn on any pop station, where back in the day they would bleep out every word of a Dr. Dre song or something like that, I would know the songs and I would like it because they had hooks and they had Nate Dogg and there was some musical aspect to it. Whereas a lot of rap and hip hop today, I can't get into because it sounds a lot like mumbling and it sounds very similar to all the other stuff. Right.
They gave you some shit on Afterthoughts. On Afterthoughts, Jay did because Jay is very in tune with music. Okay. He knows it really well, and he said that take is not accurate because there's a lot of good hip hop.
Yeah, there is. But it's not on the radio.
Yeah,
but it's not on the radio.
So I'm not going out and buying hip hop albums or knowing
anything. You don't have to buy,
anything.
just stream it. Just go to Spotify.
Yeah, I know, but I still if I'm going to listen to music, which isn't often, I don't listen to a lot of music. Okay. I want to listen to my yacht rock and my classic rock and my Journey.
Right, that's what I do.
And my gangster rap from the late 90s, early 2000s.
I just went to a yacht rock concert.
I'm going this Friday to a cover band.
Oh, yeah.
Yacht rock.
I saw Christopher Cross and Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald.
Yeah, it's a sick
concert. You like a lot of different shit.
Oh yeah,
yeah, you do.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
You do, but that's good to me. It's more. There's more to it. I like the classic rock for sure. Yeah. There's a lot of old school stuff that I listen to. I mentioned it last week for when I'm writing. I listen to trance that. There's so much stuff that I listen to.
Like my buddy in college, he would study to trance.
It helps me think. Yeah. It just does. But I will tell you that my old school hip hop knowledge is really good. That was the stuff that I was going back and forth with RB3 and the old Schmoes set. We were talking about stuff. I was telling him about certain things. Like there was this. It was East Coast, but the Grave Diggers.
Oh, I remember the Grave Diggers.
Yeah.
Do you remember Capone and Noriega?
Yeah. Fushnikins.
Yeah.
And people remember Fushnikins because of the Shaq stuff, but Fushnikins had like a lot of cool shit going on back in the day.
So you guys are just saying words right now because I have a blind spot because since I was in Mexico till I was like 18, I didn't know any of this stuff. Yeah. Like that stuff wasn't popular down there, so I didn't know a lot of hip hop until I moved here.
But Tribe Called Quest, now because they're still around. But Tribe back in the day was awesome.
Right. Dilated Peoples,
Far Side.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you ever heard that?
But not till as I was older.
Right. I mean,
I didn't grow up with it.
You have to listen to new stuff though. You can't do that, or you're gonna. I know. With your kids and stuff. Like I listen to stuff. My daughter is into like JoJo Siwa, who's like this internet,
bless you,
star or whatever. No, I mean it's like I actually like her because she's inspirational. It's not like she's not shaking her booty or whatever.
What's wrong with shaking your booty?
Well, not for a
what if she did
12-year-old.
Right,
Yeah, I mean, it's not sexual. It's about being confident in yourself, stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, I listen to new stuff. But I agree with you, Josh, that the mumbly, panda. That's not a fucking song.
Yeah, it's not a song.
Okay,
it is not.
There are people. There are actually rappers out there. There are lyricists who can create something and it flows and it makes it. You can understand the words.
Guys like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, those guys.
Childish Gambino.
Those guys are studs because they are actually putting out sick, like really, really good flow hip hop.
Right.
Yeah, and Kendrick is amazing live too.
Yeah, I've seen him live. It's it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of mumbling on the radio, and there's a lot of dudes with face tattoos, and I'm like, this is not a person.
It's also not for you. Too. I mean, I don't know enough about it. But again, that's why I am going to start listening more because he told me he was going to start maneuvering stuff around to where because more recommendation stuff. Because for me, the problem when I was listening to that episode,
like TV Talk.
Yes, and the problem that I was having with that particular episode was that they were talking. They're very knowledgeable on music, but they're talking about these people and these artists. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So I'm like, well, should I listen to this? Should I not listen to this? And he said he's going to start doing recommendations. So if that's the case, I want to start listening to that show more, because I want to learn more about these things. What should I be downloading? What should I not? So I would recommend going over to Jay Williams and listen over to the Sight and Sound, the music episodes that they have, and he's also going to be doing the MMA show, which I believe went up today with Dennis and Rocha.
Nice.
Yes, so, that's up now.
That is up. Okay, so go and check that. That's on the Collider Sports feed?
I believe so.
All right, so go and check that out. It's on the sports feed or the YouTube channel on the podcast. Not the podcast, but on Collider Sports. So go over there and subscribe. Some shit went down on the internet. It started with it started yesterday with Brie Larson tweeting out to Entertainment Weekly that let's break the internet is what she said. And so I think that was an exaggeration, but we
I mean, this has always been my thought of the term "break the internet." Right? It was like when that Kim Kardashian butt picture came out, like we broke the internet. And I tweeted something this morning because there was legitimately a kid who wrecked his car into our wireless tower in college and broke all of the internet at Penn State.
Yeah.
But these are pictures. A trailer can really like break the internet. And when we want to know like what's happening with the Infinity War, and they reached out to Captain Marvel, blah 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 blah. Should I said that?
But you don't.
And I also saw
they reached out to Captain Marvel.
Who reached out to Captain Marvel?
In Avengers Infinity War.
Oh, who cares?
Spoilers.
What the hell, dude?
Sorry, man.
You didn't see the movie by now.
You
It's
messed
tough
up.
shit.
But you don't say I'm gonna break the. You do something and it breaks the. That's like giving yourself a nickname.
No,
you know,
but
it's
look,
just
They call me T-Bone.
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
you get it. You earn it.
Look, Marvel is one of the biggest things happening in entertainment as far as in the movie landscape. So it's hey fans, guess what I got? And she's kind of talking to the Comic-Con audience also. Again, it's an
I know, but
exaggeration.
did you see how many times this photo was tweeted already? Like
many
it was
times?
just full. My feed was full of it.
Really? Yeah.
Like every person on my feed tweeted
Right.
the photo in case you missed it.
But we've
and there
already
was
seen
one
this.
person that like tweeted or the Halloween trailer. I was
Yeah.
like, thank you.
Well, so there were a couple, but there was this morning. That's all that come out. Now they actually posted images. There's the first time.
Broke the internet.
I think she looks pretty good in this.
She
suit,
looks
though.
She does.
awesome.
She
I
looks
love
great.
Brie
Goodness,
Larson.
and
She can do no
Yeah.
wrong.
To
She
me,
looks-
She's in the desert.
I'll tell you that. All I knew about Captain Marvel was seeing pictures and hearing a lot of stories, and for a long time, remember when they started talking about it in 2013, we had that conversation with Katie Sackhoff. We thought Katie would have been perfect for Captain Marvel, and that's really where I got my first introduction to Captain Marvel. Then started seeing all these images, and to me, that looks like the person I saw in the comics. So I don't.
Sure.
Again, I'm not like a diehard fan, but that. Looking
And
good.
this movie takes place in the early '90s, correct? Isn't that the thought? Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
'93,
which
or
is
something
very
like that?
exciting. 'Cause
And that
the
that's
90s
the
are
scroll.
awesome.
that's a great looking '90s haircut
Yeah.
because we're just getting out of the '80s and then we're trending towards
Right.
Jennifer Aniston.
These
But
aren't
she
the
doesn't
scrolls,
have
by
like the
the
Rachel.
Say that again?
You know,
No
so-
Rachel yet. We're
These
not
ones
at
aren't-
Rachel yet.
These ones aren't the scrolls. I'll get to that in a second.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you
What are
look
these?
right
Who's
here,
this?
you'll see Ronan
Oh,
from
right.
Guardians.
Yeah.
And he's a Kree.
That's the guy with seaweed on his
Kree.
face, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Ronan is from
I
the
don't
first
know.
Guardians.
Yeah.
And
Seaweed
then we
on his
have
face.
I thought that
what's
was
his
King
name?
Oh,
Arthur.
Diamond Hunsu from.
Yeah, there you
oh
go.
wow, from Guardians also.
Yeah, Blood Diamond.
Oh,
And
look
then,
at that. So does that tie back into Guardians?
Is that Zoe Saldana on the right?
I don't think that's
That is
her.
not
No.
Gamora.
So wait, so Diamond Hunsu
Sorry.
was in the first.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
brother, here we go.
It's a green woman that has very
All
similar
green people look the
features
same.
to
Not
Zoe
all
Saldana.
green
Hold
people
on,
look the
I want to
same,
hear
though.
Cobbster for a second. So
yeah, hear me out, Brett.
Go ahead.
No, so I believe this movie takes place in the 90s.
Yes.
I don't know like what her deal is. I don't know anything about Captain
Right.
Marvel, but I just know that it's like a prequel to everything, and
Right.
they're going to be making everybody look young. And they're hey, look, Jude Law.
Oh, sexy Jude
did
Law.
we know he was in this? I guess we
Yes,
did.
yeah. There's a lot of coverage.
I
on
love
Movie
those
Talk every-
tracks.
every
Stop.
day.
Who does he play?
I don't
He
know. yet.
plays Cody.
He plays Cody.
He plays Marvel.
Oh, okay. Right. I knew that.
Mar-Vel.
I hear you.
And then it looks like they're training with each other. Let's see.
Okay, that's
As
great
soon as-
shot.
Oh.
That's good.
There we go.
Oh, Ozzy Bear, TV on the radio.
All right.
Hollywood
Coming
Bowl,
in
Hollywood
on
Bowl.
a concert.
There we go. This is the Kree here.
The Kree.
Excuse me, Scrolls.
Scrolls.
Yeah.
All right, so these are they're
No,
hanging
they're
on the
called the
beach.
Kree. That's what I see.
No, these are the
No,
scrolls.
these are the scrolls.
Oh, these are the scrolls.
They're like shapeshifters or something.
They're weird. This is definitely not Collider Heroes. I'll tell you that.
No. I watched one cartoon with them before, and it was pretty cool.
But all those
But they
photos
were-
were pretty lackluster.
No,
right?
what's
I mean,
this?
they didn't really.
Oh, is that Mendelsohn? It's Mendelsohn.
Mendelsohn with the writer, the directors of
Looks
the
like
film.
Ed Norton, a young Ed Norton on the left, doesn't it?
It does look a little Ed Norton. I was going to say that looks like Pierce Brosnan's brother.
Yeah, but it's
little
Ben
John.
Mendelsohn.
Yeah, you know.
And there's Ronan
Oh,
again.
okay.
Yeah.
Ronan, and this time he's with Jude Law.
She
it looks
seems
like,
out of place in this scene.
She's the
She's the
director.
director.
Oh, that's
all
right.
right. Well,
that's
it looks
right.
like they're ready to get into some shit. Because
Yeah.
there's a fight because Jude Law looks like he was just like scrapping.
Yeah.
So they probably
Computer
fight
has
some.
frozen. This computer
great.
freezes on me.
At first, I was like, "Is that
Every 10
Mew
minutes.
Mew?" Like
Well, I think,
Milner.
well, Ronan's probably gonna. They're probably gonna redeem him because he wasn't the best. villain in the first one,
Yeah.
and then Guardians. So I think they're gonna redeem him a little bit.
The computer. Okay.
Coming back?
All right.
Maybe you
hold
should
on.
open 40 more tabs, and that would help it.
Brett's on fire.
Shut his mic off.
So I think the Kree or the Skrulls, they came in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They were in a couple episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. like 3 seasons ago or 2 seasons ago.
Stop trying to redeem yourself from the green racism you just.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, all green people look alike. That's my bad. I apologize.
All right, that's fair. Speaking of which, I actually do. We can't bring up anything right now. Is the computer just toast?
Hold on. Sorry,
That's
I had
good.
to restart it.
All right, because I do want to play something for Dorina also because I want.
Wait,
I want
they
to get her
did break
criticism.
the internet.
They did. Nice, Brett. I like what you did there.
All right, I'm done. I'm out.
Thank you, Beardo. So, Dorina, do you see these images that we saw so far? It looks like it obviously is tying into the stuff that we saw in Avengers. Obviously, from that look, Guardians of the Galaxy looks pretty on point so far. You like?
I mean,
whatever. Images.
Honestly, because I grew up reading comic books, like superhero comic books.
Yeah.
I don't read them anymore because it's so much of it. I read other comic books. I read like Brian K. Vaughan stuff and like Grant Morrison, like other stuff that's not superhero related.
More
Because
graphic novel kind of
I'm
stuff.
a little sick of it, honestly. So like I'll go see the movies and I usually really enjoy them. But when you show me photos, I'm like, that's cool.
Right.
But I'm not broken.
Yeah.
Until
right.
I see the movie,
Your soul's broken.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Right.
My soul broke a long time ago.
Oh man.
Oh, is there
Yeah.
anything
How do we
can
get
do?
it back?
Yeah, is there anything?
Make a really good superhero movie.
You didn't like the Avengers?
It was okay.
Oh, it's fair, but man, I love that movie.
The best MCU movie is
Ant-Man.
Thor meeting the Guardians.
You mean that scene? That
Yeah.
scene? Yeah.
Yeah.
I told for a long time, Winter Soldier could not be replaced for me, and it hadn't been until I watched the Avengers: Infinity War again.
Got it.
It was the second time I saw it.
Really?
times
That's actually Winter Soldier's my favorite MCU.
It was my favorite.
Really?
It was my favorite.
You like Infinity War better?
Yeah. Initially, I didn't, and then after watching it a second and third time, I said it's just a kick-ass movie. I really enjoy it.
It's fun.
I think
It's
I think a better. It's overall storytelling, and Winter Soldier is probably better.
Yeah, that's
But
why I like it.
I just think there's. I don't know. I feel like I'm 10 years old every time I watch.
It's fun. It's just that the ending, honestly, like I was in the theater. Everyone's watched it, like right, like
Yeah,
spoilers,
yeah.
whatever.
I haven't seen it.
Everyone dies,
You
whatever.
haven't seen it?
Oh,
Remember, you didn't
everyone
give me that
dies.
code.
Brett.
Somebody DM me that code, folks.
Yeah. Well, you should have wrote a good comment about the show. I would have given you.
But
one.
no, in the theater, I remember being there, like basically waiting for him to kill people.
Yeah.
And as like each person was disappearing,
Dusting.
people around me were like freaking out, like losing their minds. And I was like, whoa. And I was like, am I the only one that read the comic? And I guess I know they come back, or is it not obvious that they're coming back in the next one?
There's no. I know. There's no stakes
I know.
involved.
So that's why I was like, the only one that made me sad was Spider-Man because Spider-Man.
Right.
is
Well,
freaking
and the way
awesome,
well,
but-
we reacted.
and the way
so.
he did it, he's
Yeah.
a really good actor.
He was really
right?
good.
But everyone else, I was just like, I don't
right,
care.
so-
You're coming back.
All right. So Dorina's soulless. All right. So
Yes.
let's move over to.
I don't find her soulless. I think she has a very good opinion as to what's happening.
And
because,
I managed to not learn any of that stuff until right now.
but I think
You're welcome.
I'm with Dorina on that. People are freaking out in the theater. I was like, guys, it's a freaking prequel. They're gonna come back.
Yeah.
How dare you? Get out of this
But
office.
it's true.
And I also
person.
think that Winter Soldier is overrated.
Say
You
that-
are incorrect
Yeah.
there, Josh.
Well,
Winter
it's okay.
Soldier is awesome.
It's okay. I think
It's
I don't
so
even think.
fun.
Look, he's got his TV taste incredible. Movie taste horrendous.
No, because you
Alright.
didn't like Legion, and Legion's amazing.
He's got a lot of
Legion is not.
his-
But I love you very
pretty
much,
good.
and I think you're fantastic.
That's
Fine.
good. All right, let's talk about this Nine Inch Nails shirt, which I love.
Yeah. She's got a shield hat on.
Oh, Nin.
Now that's a good photo.
Oh, she has a shield hat on. Yeah, look at that. All right, so so she's in the post
That's
office.
actually the German national soccer team logo.
Oh.
I apologize.
Well, she's in the post office. She's a Nine Inch Nails shirt. She got a kick-ass leather
Sick
jacket.
leather jacket.
Looks like
Good
she took
taste
it
in
from-
music.
She looks like my
Oh,
high
look
school
at,
girlfriend.
look at Nick Fury.
Oh, with the hairline.
And the eyes.
He got a
She's
book.
got his eyes.
Straight up negotiator, Sam Jackson.
Oh, he's got an eye.
He's got his eyes.
Yeah, because they're de-aging him, and I think they're de-aging Coulson as well.
Oh shit, I like that. Oh, and then
Oh, snap.
Who's Coulson going to be? Is it still going to be Clark
probably
Gregg?
Big Greg, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so is that it?
Well, the computer crapped out again.
That's good. It's a good computer we got there.
What do you think Coulson's 80s haircut's going to look like? Sick,
Something
like a mullet?
I'm hoping for
Oh
a
my
mullet.
god!
I'm
I hope
hoping
we
for
see
a mullet.
a mullet.
A mullet.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Mullet. What's the live chat thinking about these images? Do they like them? Do they care? Do they not give a fuck?
Guys, we got a special guest. Sorry,
Who do we got?
Jeff Snyder's here.
Guys,
Oh,
I'm
great.
back from Labor Day weekend,
Great.
and I have one question to ask you.
Can I ask you what your question you're going to ask? I know your question. What you're going to
The
ask?
question
What
is,
the fuck do you care about images for?
Captain Marvel. Okay, would it kill Brie Larson to smile?
She's Captain Marvel,
Captain
bro.
Marvel, dude.
Are you serious?
Captains
Yeah,
don't
Would you
smile.
ask Captain America to smile?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
burn, Dorina.
Dang.
Every photo, she just has this scowl on her face. It's like, whoa, there.
She's fighting
It's,
a war.
it's
Lighten
hard
up.
work to be a superhero, dude. It's tiring.
Yeah, have you seen those scrolls?
Look
Dude.
Look at her in
That's
the
all I
plane.
have to say.
You want her smiling
I'm
in the
leaving.
plane? I want her to look like a
That's the
badass.
Top Gun
I'll
movie
see
we
you
need
on
right
Movie Talk
there.
at
Yes.
4 p.m. only on Collider.
Yeah.
Good promo there, Snyder.
Good plug.
It's like a true mass hole is coming in here talking about smiling in
in.
She just
pictures.
study 70s movies.
He hasn't been here this early in weeks.
I know. He wanted to give that fucking hot take.
Who's this?
Who is that? Who you got? That's Maria Photon Rambo.
Rambo?
Rambo.
She's a photon.
All right, I like it.
Faux show.
All right.
Okay, I moved
Okay.
on.
And there's that cover again that we've seen a million times.
She's sort of smiling in that
She's
picture.
smirking, if you will.
She's smirking. I have no problem with her. I don't want her to smirk. I don't need her to.
Like a smoldering gal.
Yeah. Well, let me see it later.
That was it. That
Well,
was
all
all
right.
the
Thank you,
images.
Cobbster. Well, and then tell me what the so do the fans like these images? Do they care?
Oh yeah, they're big fans of this.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone's loving it.
I think it's pretty good so far.
I mean,
Well, they're garbage
it'd probably
people.
be good.
They're garbage people for like it. Perfect.
Here's three things I'm looking forward to
Just
in this
three.
movie. I mean, the main things. One, the time jump, whatever. The
Okay.
prequel time.
Yeah.
I love anything 90s.
The
Will they
music
do it-
is going to be
Will
good.
they do the
Yeah.
time jump better than Back to the Future?
We could get it back in time.
Yeah.
I really like Brie Larson, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of psyched to see what she does in this role.
Yeah.
And I know literally nothing about Captain Marvel. Like I really don't know much about anything. But I'm looking forward to this story because I have no idea what any of this is and how it ties into everything. That's what interests me in this whole thing. Like Better Call Saul and versus Breaking Bad.
Oh, listen, Brie Larson to me is one of the up and coming kind of great actresses that we have in the Room, not the,
Yeah.
but Room. She was so good
Really
in that
good.
movie. And the way that her and Tremblay played off one another was fantastic. She's a giving actress, you can tell. And I thought she was really good in Trainwreck. She had a smaller role in that. She played Amy Schumer's sister, but I think delivered that kind of role that she was supposed to. And 21 Jump Street.
I was going to
she
say
in
21 Jump Street is
comedy.
great.
So I want to see what she does in this role. When she was announced, I was happy for it.
Yeah.
And I want to see what kind of... The thing is, you got to layer out these new characters and give them dimensions to make us either... We got to be new fans of these people like we were with Doctor Strange, we were with Ant-Man, and I think that we can definitely we can do that. But before we get to... I saw a movie last night that I want to talk about. I don't want you to look at the screen yet because I want to get your honest opinion on this.
Trying to cheat.
Don't cheat. I want you to get an honest opinion. Bring up the commercial, guys. And I want to get you
I'm
to...
so tempted.
Yeah, but you can't because it'll ruin the bit. I want
Use
you
your,
to...
use your big head, Brett. Put it
I don't
up
like
there.
surprises.
But it's okay. I want you to critique it
Okay.
and tell me if there's anything wrong with what you hear. All right, so...
I'm sure there's something wrong.
But if not, you can say... You can
so I
say,
can only hear, I can't see.
Right.
Okay.
What's that? That's just guns. What's that? All right. Here,
Sorry.
don't look. All right, here we go. What's going on? What is the
Ad-
gunshots?
Close your other tabs.
Got 27 tabs open.
Well, because I got a shit ton of fucking links I gotta get
what-
to.
So you asked me if something was wrong, so everything?
Everything's
Wrong
wrong.
with my computer.
But why?
right.
Why are there? Don't look. Why are there gunshots going off?
It was one of the videos, a firework
Don't
video
look.
you sent me. It wasn't. It
It
wasn't.
was firework video you
Oh,
sent.
I want to see the firework video next.
I closed it now.
And it's still going off. The fireworks.
No,
are still
it's
going.
gone.
All right, here we go.
So impatient.
Turn it
Your
up.
Locos new hand-carved chicken salad, so delicious. Our expert grill masters, like Roberto here, skillfully hand-carve our fresh fire-grilled chicken breast to order for our new Southwest bacon salad and our mango avocado salad with perfectly ripe avocado. Just look at that precision. He is truly amazing with a knife. He is still working on his spoonsmanship.
Taste the difference in
All
the
right,
new
so it's turned off. What do you got?
How do you feel about
Why
that
did you
accent?
play? Why?
Well, that's the question. What
Is it somebody trying to do a bad accent?
Was the accent good?
It was
It was fine.
It was not not
No,
bad.
I'm legitimately asking.
I know, me too. I wanna know.
I'm telling you the truth because the reason I asked is because that person was given some shit for the accent. I
Okay.
never thought it was that bad.
I think it's good.
I thought it was really good, but I wanted.
But it's not a Hispanic person doing it.
If it was, would that be bad?
What do you mean? No,
No,
I'm
okay.
just saying. I'm assuming it's not a Hispanic person.
Play
doing
it. Play it again and just tell
But
us.
I could be
Look
wrong.
at that
Just
precision.
Where is it? Where'd it go?
Can I see it
I
now?
closed it because I have 1,000 tabs.
I know. One more time because
All right,
I
hold
wanted
on.
to actually see who it is.
Now I'm self-conscious about
So
my
now
tabs.
I can look.
Now you can look.
Okay,
Now,
now
you
I know.
now you're gonna see who it is. And
Is it you?
is it me? I
He
could
does not.
I could barely say your last name. I'm gonna pull that whole thing up. Here you go.
Pollo Locos,
Oh,
who
shit.
hand-carved
I
chicken
know him.
salads So
Yeah.
delicious. Our
embarrassing,
expert
isn't it?
grill masters, like Roberto here.
But are you, like,
skillfully
is he, like,
hand-carved our
faking
fresh,
the
fire
accent?
grilled
Bolivian.
chicken
Well, yeah,
breast
he's
to order
not-
for our new Southwest bacon
Got it.
salad
I
and
thought
our
he did a
mango
good job.
avocado salad.
I do
with
too.
Perfectly ripe avocado. Just look at that
It's
precision.
that thing where
It's
you,
truly amazing
you
with a
switch
knife.
it on. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like
Right.
he does not talk like that at all.
No, well he's not. But he's not
He's
supposed.
still working
He
on
didn't
this.
pull an ace. Yeah. Yeah.
But he sounds more like he's trying to do the most interesting man in the world,
A little
Right.
bit.
right? Like
Right, it's a little
that,
of both.
which is a great
I think
thing
they
to
tell
do.
him.
But
So, but you're. So what would you out of 1 to 10? What would you give the accent?
you mean as
The dialect.
like it's something
Yeah.
that's authentic?
Yeah.
Like higher up there,
Like a
like an
9?
8.
That's good.
Yeah.
Rocha. Okay. all right.
Why does he not speak Spanish?
No, he speaks Spanish.
Yeah, but not often.
No, he's
Okay.
full.
But he's not like me, where like his first language is Spanish.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
well, I think maybe
Your first language is Spanish.
Yes.
Well, no, he told me on our one-on-one that he was actually his parents, because it was harder for them when they came over. That
Right.
they encouraged him to really practice English a lot too, because it was
Yeah.
tougher for him growing up in the
A lot
neighborhood
of
he was
people
in
that
too.
grew up
yeah,
here
yeah,
did,
yeah.
like, because racism and all that.
That's
crap.
what he was
So,
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really
That's
still
sad,
going
but
on?
that's how it is.
But
Yeah.
it's also tough because my great grandparents, and when they came over on the boat from Italy, they told their kids, "We are not speaking Italian in this house. We want you to learn English because you're already behind the 8 ball. If you are speaking Italian at home and English at school, you won't. This doesn't matter." I don't
Yeah.
think it's racism. I think it's a matter of assimilating into the culture. If I went to Italy and lived in Italy, or if I went to Mexico, I would make sure it was my duty to learn Spanish
Right.
or learn Italian, so that I wasn't having to fight all the time with a language barrier.
But it is a little bit of both, though. Like anything that's different, especially even more so back in the day, people are scared of. So if like you just speak like a different language, people are like, "Wait,
Right.
Are you American?"
I don't
You know, that's
disagree,
not-
but I
But I
also
understand- I
disagree
agree with
with
what you're saying.
people that have lived here for 30 years and don't speak English.
right.
I think that's a problem.
Oh no, I agree with that.
Okay.
No, I just mean that like I do know a lot of people that moved here and their parents are from other places and they were scared for their kids
Right.
to not speak English, like with an American accent, like
Yeah.
and so they didn't want to teach them
And that's
Spanish. and all those
that's
things.
what John was
Yeah.
saying. So that's why people, everybody breaks everybody's balls around here. But I
Yeah.
think that's the thing. That's why I wanted to say, like, let's actually, from somebody who actually knows the language and hears it, and she gave him an 8.
Yeah,
So that's pretty
good.
good.
That's
for
good.
John
That's
Rocha.
really
okay.
good.
He
All right.
booked the commercial. I'm sure there
He
was a
got
lot
it.
of other assholes that went in there.
That
and were
commercial
like,
paid his bills
"Esas
for a long
con
time.
chip."
Yeah.
I didn't know he was in it. That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. So something I want to talk about. Like last night, I was I went and I saw Searching because I hadn't had a
Oh,
chance to
so
see it.
good.
It's awesome.
So
Yeah.
good.
Awesome movie.
It's my
Yeah.
second favorite movie of the year so far.
It's really,
Yeah.
So the movie starts. I'm not going to spoil it.
What
the movie
is
for anyone.
Searching? Who?
John Cho.
Oh,
is
right,
in it.
right.
So,
Okay, Wendy was talking about this yesterday.
So he's dad, and he is again not going to give away anything, but it's his daughter goes missing. So it's really the whole movie is to where the hell did she go, and he's looking for her, and Deborah Messing plays the cop who helps him kind of look, and that's all you really need to know as far as the story goes. But what it is, it's a different version. I thought it was going to annoy me the way that they shot this thing. The whole thing's told through like social media and like FaceTime and everything. Like,
and the computer, basically.
The computers, like everything is done through. So if he goes out looking for, it's on FaceTime or he's calling somebody, or it's Skype, or it's blogging sites, or it's texting, and
Interesting.
It's
And
all-
you see him actually like searching
Yes.
on his computer for things like and like trying to hack passwords and things
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
basically what you would do, like the viewer's point
you
of view.
feel like you're doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
You really feel like you're
Yeah.
doing
I
it.
dig.
And when it started, I'm like, this is just going to be like a lame gimmick. I'm like, I'm going to get tired of this. And I found myself really invested in it. I think it's a brilliant script.
Yes.
I think it's a brilliant script because it's unpredictable. There's things that happen inside of it. I was like, well, I wasn't expecting that. And then when certain things did happen, I was like, wait a minute, what? And then they explained it well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Like there were things that just kept happening that every time I kind of doubted it,
Yeah.
I went, well, they just told me exactly why I shouldn't have doubted it and why I should accept it, and I dug it, and I thought John Cho did a really good
so
job.
good,
I
yeah.
thought Deborah Messing was really good in it. I thought the young girl who plays his daughter. I thought the performances and the gentleman who directed it. I don't remember his name. Can you bring that up, guys?
I don't remember, but he actually used to work for my company. He used to do commercials for Google.
Okay.
And so he made this, and it's really, really good. You guys should really watch it.
Are they pulling
The
it up?
score is good too.
Bringing him up.
It is, Anish
Gigante?
Gigante.
Well, we'll be knowing his name more because it was a very talented attempt at a movie, and it worked.
The style worked for you?
It did. It did work for you?
No, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm glad this style is sort of catching on now. I know, like, Unfriended.
I was just going to say,
it's
it sounds
a
like
big thing.
Unfriended, yeah.
But the horror fan in me has to go back even further. There's a movie called The Den that did it way before Unfriended, and it's really, really good.
Yeah.
Very disturbing, but that's sort of the one movie that I know of that actually started the genre.
You know what I think it is, though? I think that it's because it seems to me that the horror movies are always the ones that get to this stuff first.
Because it's easier to experiment.
It's easier to do the found
Paranormal
footage.
activity,
Yeah, found footage, these types of things. I actually like when the genre branches out. Like, for example, the found footage to me really popped when Chronicle did it. That's when I
Yes.
enjoyed it the most. And then now this movie is, because you mentioned those other movies, and I'm not taking anything away from that they did those, but I don't have any interest in seeing the horror movies because it just seems
You're just scared.
I'm not. He's terrified.
Me, I am scared.
Hey, Beardo, can you tell me just exactly how scared Macuga is, just by sound, on the Nun?
Draw it out. He
Doesn't-
doesn't have it.
Man.
He hasn't been doing, the Beardo, 0 for 2.
To be fair,
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. Oh,
This is
Is
me.
this you?
That is legit. They took him to
What?
the Hereditary, and
Is this you watching the movie?
yes, and they sound, so one more. That's him legit.
Oh my God! Can you please come to Halloween Horror Nights with me?
No.
Yeah.
Please.
Don't say no.
I'm never going to that.
Why?
You can pay me $10,000.
What, you
That's
really
fine.
wouldn't go?
No.
Okay, guys. Crowdfunding
I know.
$10,000.
You really wouldn't go for the bit?
No.
Why?
I'm not going to go to Halloween Horror Nights. That is a waste of my time. I'm going to hate it. I'll go and watch a movie for 2 hours, but I'm not going to Halloween Horror Nights
It's so
Universal
fun,
with a
though.
bunch of people.
I think you would enjoy it.
You don't
I think we would enjoy it more, but I think you would enjoy it.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I will watch movies. I will not be scared in person.
But
Come
it's
on.
actors,
No.
though.
I already put myself on the friggin' VRs for everybody, and I go to these movies for people, but I'm not going to a Halloween Horror Night. See that kind of thing? I'm not. I don't. It's not fun for me.
All right, put the Hereditary music on while we talk about something else, because I want to. Yeah. So Macuga, this is something I want to talk to you about.
I fucking swear.
All right, so
I'm trying to stop him. I really am.
Put the cans back on. Put the cans back on. But one of the things it's not playing anymore. What? You don't trust me?
No, of course I don't trust you.
Yeah.
What? That's nothing happening.
Stop. That is weird. Don't do that.
All right, come on, put them on. So all right, we're gonna take you to see The Nun, though.
Okay.
We're gonna put the mic on you.
All right.
Same thing we did with Hereditary.
Okay.
And we're gonna have you watch The Nun.
Okay.
And maybe you want to come with us?
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna go see The Nun.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna go see this movie tonight.
None.
Yeah, but what? It sucks. You saw it?
No, I'm just saying. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
They never look good, but it could be.
No horror movie.
I like
has
the
ever
Conjuring
looked
movies.
good.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah,
Now.
I
I'm going to
watched that
ask.
too.
So I do a radio show every Thursday for Frosty, Heidi, and Frank,
Yeah.
and so I like the screenings of Peppermint and The Nun. Both are tonight.
Peppermint looks awesome.
I'm RSVP to both. So the question is then, can we put I don't know if Dorian's listening, can we put a poll up? I want the audience to vote on this. What should I see? Should I go see The Nun tonight, or should I go see Peppermint? And I'll go see whatever the audience tells me. The reason I'll tell you why I want to go see Peppermint, right near my house.
No, yeah.
The
Century City?
It's close. And then thank you for telling her.
Oh, sorry.
And then
I mean Glendale 34.
and then The Nun is farther away.
Got it.
So I mean, last night we went right over to
So
the
Century
AMC.
City.
Yeah. Well, that's no, but I mean, again, it just depends. Like, I don't even know. I know nothing about Peppermint. I have no idea what it's about.
The trailer is awesome. I think the trailer great. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I should go see that.
I mean, we'll see the Nun eventually with Josh.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. Maybe I'll save the Nun for the show and go see it with you, and then we can actually go, because that way I can just tell Fernandez, hey, it's for the bit, and then we can go on Friday or something.
If there wasn't a massive human being sitting next to Mark Ellis at the screening for It, he would have gotten up and moved to another seat. But we were pinned in by two huge people at the screening for It, because I punched him really hard, like 4 times. Yeah. I covered my eyes. You're such a nice.
You're so good at lying.
Thank you.
Right through his teeth.
It's called acting.
And then for the Hereditary, it was just me and Beardo in the audience with like 8 people total.
Yeah.
So it was even scarier. And at one point, I've said this on the air a few times, but at one point during the movie, I turned to him and said, "How much time is left?" And he said 45 minutes, and I almost just got up and left. I said, "I've had enough."
For which movie?
For Hereditary.
Don't they have isn't there a clip? Isn't there a character in It called Joshy?
I don't remember.
No,
I don't remember the
think
kids'
there's a
names.
Josh.
Because I would love to get that clip of Pennywise going, "Don't worry, Joshy."
No, it's Georgie.
Georgie.
Yeah.
Georgie.
Right.
Joshy.
Let's bring that up, and can we just call them Macugas and see if we can change his name legally to Georgie? Georgie. And we can start
At
calling
least for
him,
Collider.
Yeah, we can start calling you Georgie from now on.
Yeah.
These screenings sound fun.
I know. I want to go to all the
What
horror
year do you
movies
start getting
screenings.
invited to those?
Well,
I don't want to be invited to any of the horror
you probably get a
movies.
free solo Blu-ray when you go to the thing.
I'm looking forward to that.
I don't know if that's true, but
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, I keep asking you like what to expect, and you won't tell me anything. So I'm completely
Right.
nervous about the whole
All
thing.
right, cool. Close your eyes. All right, go ahead.
Georgie.
It sounded like Grover. That wasn't very
did.
frightening.
I know it did. Anyway, so what were you guys were yelling about Legion before? You love Legion?
Yes.
So, I mean-
favorite show on TV.
Really?
Yes.
Your
Love
favorite show?
Favorite.
Have you watched Ozark?
Bachelor
Have you watched Glow?
it. Yes.
Bachelor in Paradise.
Yep.
Have you watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Man,
And
I
you got
mean-
right.
And you like Legion more than all of those?
Yep.
What is it about Legion?
I am a weirdo.
Yeah,
and
you have to be
unlike
weird to like the
most
show, no
people,
offense.
unlike most people, I love visual storytelling. Like I'm a huge Kubrick fan, Lynch fan, like anything that is like less dialogue, because unless you're a really great actor, most dialogue like can be cheesy. And so this is an art show. Like this is not just a TV show. Like it's a very artistic show. The way it's filmed, the cinematography, the costumes, the way they tell stories through dancing, and the music is incredible. And I mean, the whole point of the show is that these people are in a mental hospital
Right.
because they have superpowers and they're being told that they're crazy.
Right.
And so the entire time, as the audience, you don't know if this is what's happening is real or not. So they actually make you feel like the characters. And a lot of shows don't do that.
Fair explanation.
Your explanation is spot on. And for that reason alone, your last sentence being like, they don't know what's real or not. If they don't know what's real, then I have no idea what's real. And I couldn't get, the first season I
You
watched
need to
the whole...
stop being a control freak, Josh.
Well, I want to know what's going on in a show that I'm
Did you
investing
bail on
in.
it?
Out. Yeah,
You
after
bailed on it.
season 1, I was done.
I gotta try it. I'm gonna try it.
It's not for everyone. It's for people. It's for weirdos like me.
Yeah. Well,
After even the first episode, I was like, oh, God, this
Cody
is one of
loves
the
it.
shows I have to lie
Cody loves
about.
it. Cody, why?
Yeah, Cody.
Cody, why do you like it so much?
To me, it feels like a really fun college course where it's like you feel like you learn shit after you watch it, especially after you watch it the episode a couple times. I think it's really good.
Who goes to class in college?
Right?
Yeah, that's
Just there to drink.
Also a good point. And Beardo, you hate everything. Do you like that show?
Never seen it.
Perfect.
But here's the thing: Beardo does watch a lot of good TV.
I know
and
he does.
He has a good TV opinion.
I find myself on Beardo's side a lot, even when he's wrong.
Doesn't it make you mad?
No,
when you're on his side with that.
No,
That I'm right about things?
No,
Yeah.
no. See, it's not that you're right about things. I don't know what it is. I root for Beardo. I don't know why. He's like there's some.
I root for Beardo to fix the brakes on his car.
Oh,
because
is it terrible?
It's horrendous.
What's wrong with your car?
I don't know.
Okay.
I drive fine.
Until you ram into somebody in the ass.
No.
Yeah.
So I get we go to see Hereditary.
Yeah.
And Beardo, we're in Beardo's car.
What was scarier, driving in the car with Beardo or Hereditary?
It was pretty equal.
Even? Okay.
Pretty
Wow.
equal. So we get
Wasn't
in
that
Beardo's car. He's got what is it, an Oldsmobile?
Avalon.
Toyota Avalon.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's fitting.
And
Why
we
does it
get
smell
in
like
the car.
meatballs in here? Sorry.
That's Josh.
I'm Italian.
That's racist.
I'll take it. So we get in Beardo's car, and he wants to film me like the going to the movie and then post. So he's like, "Do you mind driving?" And I said, "No, I'll drive."
And made you drive his car?
It made me drive his car.
Oh, wow. He's trying to scare you.
We get into his car, and we pull out, and I'm stopping at the stop sign by my apartment, and I press the brake like a normal brake on a car, and the car should slow down. And I feel like the car is actually accelerating. And I was like, "What's up with your brakes? What do you mean? They're fine." You have to put every ounce of pressure that you have in your leg to get that car to come to start slowing down.
Is that true, Beardo?
No, it's totally fine. Works for me. I know how to drive a car.
I want you all to get in Beardo's car and tell me that
Let's
his
do
brakes
it.
aren't weak.
Crowdfund it. 10 grand for us all to get in his car.
Can we actually record a bit of Brett driving around the parking lot in Beardo's car?
Why is
do
he a
it.
bad driver?
What? No, I just want to. Why? Maybe.
I just want a backup here that
I'll
Beardo's
do it.
brake
No,
system
I just want
is
to see how the brake
terrible.
system is. Can we film? Just get Alex and you can go in your car and let him drive around the lot, and we'll put it on the show on
Sure.
Monday. All right,
Sure.
good. All right, so Alex
There
and
you go.
Beardo will let Brett drive around in the car, and if you crash, we'll blame it on the next door neighbor.
Yeah.
I'm sure Clyder will cover it.
Yeah, exactly. I can't get a mic stand, but they're going to cover that.
Beardo, I'll give you $100. All right, so let's move on here. As we're going to get to a break in a second, but also, guys, make sure you get involved in the conversation. #Collider Live, because we want to hear from you guys. We'll probably take some questions at the end. We're also going to be bringing back, if you're fans of the Schmoes Know live show, we're bringing back the game. That's right, we're going to bring back a game. We're going to play the game at the end. I think we'll bring in the Outlaw to play a little later on at the end of the show and see how he's going to do, and anything else you guys want to talk about. So it's really up to you. #Collider Live. Also, I know part of the Facebook group on Schmoville. You guys have a live chat over there, so if you want to join in there, if you want to talk on Facebook, do it. And let the English see you do it. Braveheart, 1995. So Halloween trailer
Dude,
came
you
out.
should,
What?
from now on, anytime you just do a straight line, be like, "I'm a clown. Do I amuse you? Goodfellas, 92." And just like, that's what you
It was 91.
91. Just make sure you do that every time so people are they know you're smart. Just
That's
nail
it.
it.
That's
Yeah.
it. Well, that's what I've been doing for a long time. Who did the score for that one?
Who did the score for what?
Braveheart.
That was James Horner.
That's nice. All right.
So we partied at Comic-Con 2 years ago,
Yes.
a couple times.
Yes.
And we were at that
Blade Runner party.
Yeah, that was the best.
That was
Right?
so good. The Blade Runner
And
experience.
so I ate those tacos that had nuts in them, and
Oh,
I had
right.
a severe
Oh, that's
allergic
right.
reaction.
Do you remember who we were talking to? Don't
Yes.
say anything. Don't say this is what
He's a
this is going.
composer.
Yeah. Do you remember who we were talking to in the back when he had his nut allergy?
I didn't. I wasn't there.
You were.
Talking to a composer?
We told you the story. Who was in the back?
Okay, but I didn't talk to him.
But play the actual play a.
This is Hans Zimmer and Benjamin Wallfish.
Yeah, but play a score.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she's really good. Play a score from the. Do you know the composer we're talking about?
Is it Michael Giacchino?
Yeah, Giacchino. Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
How do you say it?
Giacchino.
Giacchino.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm walking back, and Fernandez and you're with Giacchino, and they're like, "Hey, this is Michael Giacchino." I was like, "Hey, great to meet you. I'm dying."
I don't even think there's an A in it. I think it's just Giacchino.
Giacchino.
Yeah.
And then the one nice waiter on the staff ran to the CVS to get me
The
Benadryl.
music. Tell your story again, please. Tell your story.
So I'm at the Blade Runner experience, and they served me a duck taco. And this duck taco just so happened to have some kind of nut in it, whether it was a cashew or an almond, I'm not sure. And who puts nuts on tacos anymore, really? And I eat the taco. And,
Mexican people don't.
Mexican wouldn't. People would
Unless
never
it's
put-
mole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
mole
no.
is a chocolate, right?
But it's actually it's peanut based.
But peanuts I can eat because they're legumes.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
What'd you say to me? All right.
You watch your mouth.
You watch your mouth. All right, we're going to talk about a lot of other things when we get back. That's what we do in the show. We talk about things. And we talked about movies here. So if you had a complaint about it yesterday, shut your ass. All right, we're going to get back from the break. Talk to you soon. #Collider Live. E.T.
Hey guys, Riley here, and let me tell you about Rule of Two. Rule of Two is a Star Wars podcast hosted by myself and Mark Fernandez. It drops on the Jedi Council podcast feed every Tuesday. You like Star Wars? Good. I like Star Wars. And you know what we do? We talk Star Wars. And not only talking Star Wars, we celebrate Star Wars. We gave the Golden Lightsabers the best in Star Wars, best picture, best opening theme, best crawl, and all that good stuff. We celebrate the games of Star Wars. We do everything in the Star Wars universe with a lot of debate and a lot of discussion thrown in the middle. So make sure you check out Rule of Two every Tuesday on the Collider Jedi Council podcast feed, on iTunes, and later on Collider Video Podcast Network. That's Rule of Two with Riley and Mark Fernandez every Tuesday, and may the Force be with you.
Hey everyone, Mark Ellis here. You know, when I'm not trying to clone dinosaurs or drinking at my neighborhood watering hole, I am probably hosting Collider Movie Talk. It's a flagship show here at Collider. I like to say that because I'm the host of it. It's every day, almost. It's 4 days a week, which is still pretty good, above 50%. You can watch it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. 4 p.m. Los Angeles time is when we do it. It's live, so you can participate in the live chat room. Go ahead and give us your thoughts on every story we have coming, because it's all the latest movie news of the day. Who did what at the box office? What horrible Redbox movies Bruce Willis signed on to? The DC, the Marvel, the Star Warses, the Lord of the Rings. Are they making new? I think it's a TV show, and we still might talk about it anyway, because we love movies around here. It's myself and an expert panel of guests, including John Rocha, Perry Nemiroff, Jeff Snyder, and other noted noters of note. You guys are going to love this show, and then we take your live Twitter questions at the end of the show at Collider Video. You can always use the hashtag Collider Movie Talk to get in touch with us, so subscribe right here to Collider Video. Check out Movie Talk, and check out the Collider Movie Talk podcast feed. We have a podcast feed now. You don't have to look at this handsomeness. You can just listen to it, whether you're driving to work, whether you're driving from work, or you don't have a job, but you have a basement and ears. You can listen to Collider Movie Talk's feed. You can get it at Apple Podcasts or on iTunes. You also get Mailbag. That's the show that's hosted by Perry Nemiroff, a lot more professionally than I run this pirate ship. That's our weekend show where she takes your letters. I don't know if you write them or you email them. You have to ask her. And Afterthoughts, hosted by Ryan Snelling and Jay Williams. I almost said Ryan Williams and Jay Snelling. Would anybody have known the difference? I certainly would. I would have felt bad about it, because I'm a nice person, and that's why I host Collider Movie Talk. Check it out in video form or on our podcast feed.
Hi there. I see that you're enjoying Collider Live. After this show, why not check out Collider Games, where we play, well, games. We review games, we talk about things, anything that's going on in the gaming world, our opinions, news, all kinds of stuff. So check it out. If you like it, stick around and subscribe.
Hey everyone, John Rocha here, one of the hosts for Collider Sports Time. That's our new show there on the Collider Sports Network. It's our flagship show, just like Collider Movie Talk. We get on, talk about a bunch of sports issues of the day and what is burning up social media, what topics are burning up social media. That's what we do on Collider Sports Time. I'm joined by my top 10 co-host, Matt Nost. Me and him, we welcome a bevy of guests every week to talk about NFL, the Major League Baseball playoffs, NHL, and the NBA, which is starting up soon. We're going to talk about that. We also get into UFC stuff, college football, all the stuff that's happening in the world of sports. We're going to cover it on Collider Sports Time. And we're going to take the time to break it all down and give our opinions and our unique takes and unfiltered thoughts on what we think about the sports news of the day. So don't forget to join us every week on Monday for the Collider Sports Time show on the Collider Sports Network. And don't forget to subscribe on the Collider Sports Network on YouTube and on the Collider Sports podcast feed. We're going to bring you all kinds of stuff. Hope to hear from you soon.
Hey everyone, I'm Scott Movie Mance, and just to let you know, if you already don't, every Friday here on Collider Video, I host a weekly film review series called Movie Review Talk. The title says it all. Every week I'm joined by two guest critics of my choice, and they're never the same. We review the new films. We pick something that's streaming that you might not know about, but is really great. And we pick a Blu-ray for something that you might have missed in theaters. It is fun. It is infectious. It is the Citizen Kane of movie review shows, and it's only right here on Collider with this guy, Scott Movie Mance, Mr. Movie Release Dates himself. Check it out every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific, only on Collider Video.
Hey, are we back? I don't even know if we're back. I think we're back. Oh, look, we're back. Sounds great. Didn't hear any music, so I guess Brian's taking a dump. I'll tell you what.
I don't even think my mic's on. Oh,
there it is.
He was in the bathroom.
He was. That's good. Good job, Beardo. After I've been
praising him.
Now the music comes in. Oh, good. You're really on your mark. Really on your mark.
But that's the part. That's a great part about live show.
I gotta tell you,
Kristian.
there's two things. We all run out to go to the bathroom. That bathroom is a shit show. I gotta tell you, I don't know how the women's bathroom is, but it is a horrible place. It is a horrible place.
Is there a cleaning crew that ever comes in here?
They do come in on Mondays, but it fucking stinks in there.
Well, maybe there was a holiday this week and they didn't.
The last one smelled like fresh ass too. I mean, what is the? Can we get a?
The last one was the worst. The last one was like a closet.
I like not a vent in the place.
It's like a prison bathroom.
But the one in the last one, when we had those neighbors that were the worst, they were human garbage people.
We had two.
They were horrendous.
We had two sets of bad neighbors.
Yeah.
The first it was nonchalant. The second were a bunch of horrible humans. But anyway, we're moving on here. Beardo asked me because Beardo was happy that people were talking about him. So he said he said to me, he's like, so what is it? What do you like? You like my TV taste or you like my movie? Like what is it? What is it?
I don't talk like that.
You're not going to talk at all if you keep chiming in. I'll tell you that much. I'll send you out in your fucking no-brake car in the middle of the highway.
I don't talk like that.
Yeah, I don't know that. So anyway, the thing with Beardo is that he just holds. He's a bit. Arrogant is the word.
He's honest.
He's honest. There's definitely because here's the thing that he said. He's a big stand-up comedy fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so Rocha has been doing sets with Ellis.
He's done sets with Ellis. I wouldn't say he's doing sets with Ellis.
He's done sets with Ellis. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I said he's done sets with Ellis.
You said he's doing.
I don't think
It's
that's
like
true.
an active dynamics.
He's been going on the road with him and doing a tight 40 every
just playing the Pollo Loco commercial.
He's crushing.
Yeah,
That's all he does. He just recites the event and it gets a standing out.
Every time.
That's it.
Every time.
He just works on his spoonmanship
He
and he's
closes
fucking
on spoonmanship
He's it.
every
He's
night.
done. He has that dude come out with him. They do a whole bit and it's
Spoon
about
drop.
That's it. So he's guy flicks the fucking spoons and hits the guy in the front row and they go home with free spoons.
People go crazy
They
for
go
spoon
nuts.
making.
That's it. He's going to overpass. You think Ellis is going to? It's going to be hard to follow him.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to follow spoonsmanship. I'll tell you
Chris
that.
Rock spoon
Yeah.
guy.
What joke is he working on right now, Peter? Do you know what joke?
He's still working on his spoonsmanship.
There we go. Okay,
Oh my
all right.
Poor Dorina. She's just sitting here
Never
witness to
coming on
this
this show
idiot.
again.
But anyway, the thing is, and I give Rocha credit because he goes out because it's not easy to start out and try do comedy. I mean, it's
not.
The first year.
It's not easy to do comedy, period.
Look, the
It's
first
so
year
hard.
though, it's all about working on your jokes. It's not excuse me, it's not even working on your jokes. It's working on the stage presence.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing with comedy in the first year, because you'll have a different set in a year than you do when you start. But Rocha goes up, and the thing is, he goes up at like Comic Cons and some other places, and there's full of like Collider fans and Schmoes fans and Schmoes Know fans, and so they give him like a nice round of very similar to what we were talking about yesterday. Not as far as the set when it goes to Chris Rock and Rocha, but what I mean is that Chris Rock when he shows up, it's Chris Rock. Here's the round of applause. Right. Rocha shows up. Here's the Outlaw. Round of applause for you. Now we're going to support you. Here's your thing. And he goes up and he feels good and he does like 6 minutes. And Beardo, what was your take on it?
It started because we were at a bar the next day and he was asking everybody how he did, and everyone was just saying he was great, and I couldn't admit that.
Well, what did you say? What did you say to him, and how did you explain it?
Beardo would fold under questioning.
No, but that's the thing. Beardo would rat everybody out because he's not really a liar. He tells you exactly what's on his mind.
Correct.
I think that's what I love about him.
I love that.
That's one of the best things about whether we're doing something creative like a short film or something. He will give you the hardest truth.
I love
He
it.
will not hold back, and everybody needs that.
But he does it in such a soft-spoken way too.
You can't
hear.
It hurts.
He's like, it sucks. How do you like this bit? It's terrible.
Well, you can't grow as a stand-up if you go up to all fans of yours every single night.
That's
Exactly.
I mean, I've been through some stinkers with you, and
Yeah.
I walked off stage a couple. I'm like, no, forget this. 4 people, screw you. I'm not going to talk anymore.
Well, but that was your take though. Is like you wanted to see how he did, and not a crowd full of Collider and Schmoes fans, right?
Yeah, he was referencing everything Collider. He brought up Cody Hall's name, and that got a round of applause.
Yeah.
He wasn't even there.
That'll kill in
He
Philadelphia.
wasn't even there.
Right. So you want to test. So what about this? What if we snuck in a microphone underneath you, and then we send Rocha to like a belly room show with a comedy show with no Collider fans. Don't tell any Collider fans or any Schmoes fans where it is. Do it, and then see how he does. Like in the room.
Smoking Johnny's in the valley still.
Well, I know. Rocha, but Ellis can get him 5 minutes in the belly room, and he goes up in the belly room. And then you think his material would be able to hold in the belly room?
Me? No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. No, I asked him. I said, "It's your third time going up, right?" He doesn't have like the stage presence like you were talking about.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He needs to work on his material, but he just wants to go for the easy fans.
What does he need to work on?
His material.
He's still working on his spoon.
I think he needs a ha-ha cafe or something. Like belly rooms even to,
Do you know what I'm telling you? Belly room, I say throw it in the fire.
Teeth at the belly.
My first gig that I ever did, I think that, I did one at this fucking the Tally Grill, which was that doesn't count. But the first big show, the second show I ever did at college, I didn't know how much. Like when you get like 6 minutes in LA, that's a lot.
Ton.
I did 22 minutes in college. My second show. It wasn't crafted all the way through. And if I look at it now, I'd probably throw the VCR tape, which is what it was, and stomp on it or run over it with Beardo's bad car.
You had to take that mini DV tape, put it in an actual VHS to put it in a VHS.
It's a VHS tape, and I still have it. But it's like, I did 22 minutes, and at the time, I'm like, it helped me. And it also put me in a room with, I think it was 95 people my first show. And it's awesome. And
Jesus,
I got thrown.
That's terrifying.
But it wasn't for me, and I got thrown into it. But the problem is, it was like a drug. And it's not the same high every time. Because the thing is, the second time was this room, 90 people, I crushed. This is great. And then the next time I went up, I didn't realize that you have to keep working on the same jokes.
Yeah.
I was like, well, all that stuff I talked about the second time, that one, I'm going to do all new stuff this time. And it all ate shit.
Yeah. Or the first time that you do the same bit that you get that you know where the laugh is, you're anticipating it, and then nothing.
Right.
And that is just soul crushing.
You got to because it's different crowds, it's different people, it's different tastes, and you have to learn how to maneuver a room. You got to learn how to hit the beat. It's composing music. It's like you got to ride the wave of energy inside of the room, and that's the thing that I miss about it the most is like when I used to go. I would do the improv and I would do Comedy Store, and like the packed rooms were fun. Sure. But it was those rooms at like 2 a.m. or like 1:30 in the morning.
Those are so fun.
It's how do you maneuver? How do you get those people that are there watching all night or hammered to get them on board with you? And that's the trick. And I think maybe that's what Rocha maybe wants to or doesn't want to do.
I think there's like a really amazing thing to go, because Brady Matthews, I saw him last week. We talked about this time we did a country club in Riverside, and we had to fill an hour, and there was no stage, and there was a buffet behind us where people were getting their food and walking in front of us during us.
Riverside is a brutal place to do comedy. And those little so. My friend Andrew Freed tells this story well, and and do you remember this story?
No, I just remember Freed getting heckled really bad by
Shane Matosh. Yeah. But this was another one. We went out to this bar in Riverside, and it was called Limericks, right? And we were there to do a show, and hey, come on, we want to have some comics come out. So we drove to Riverside, and we went. There's myself, one other comic, and Andrew. And Andrew now is a very successful producer, Chef's Table, a bunch of other things. He might have told this story on Schmoes, I don't remember. But we go to Limericks, and we're waiting, and there's lights are all on in the place, pool tables, Laker game everywhere.
Oh my god!
And then like the lights go off, like for a second, and this little dinky spotlight. Welcome to the Comedy Night at Limericks. Right? And they're like, what? And this is the time when I was just kind of like aggressively drinking Red Bull, screaming and yelling the whole time. So that crowd works great. Sure. So I got up there, did my thing, and Freed's like, that's not Freed's comedy. No. And Freed gets up there, he's got the New York hat on, right, and then here's some guy scream out, "Go back to Long Island, you fucking Jew!" So me and Freed go, I don't know, this is our crowd. So we go out into the back, and we're getting, and then this knife fight happens in the middle of the parking lot. And then we go, fuck this. We go to this, I think it was like a Denny's or whatever it was, and we got these two like Harlem Globetrotter basketballs that were like $20 a piece, right? We got them and held them as this will always be a remember of Limericks. And then his girlfriend gave his away, and I have no idea where mine is. So that was it. Yeah,
I did a show in Camarillo at a Holiday Inn where the stage was a pallet. And my foot kept falling through the pallet.
Oh no!
I was like, Why did you
Yeah.
guys? They're like, we just something with the stage. We just figured you need something to step on, and they brought it from the back where they were loading stuff. I'm like, a pallet?
A pallet.
So
It's
you've
like
all done stand-up.
I did stand up consistently for 4 years.
I think that's the most terrifying thing.
That was
and
my-
I'm a musician. Like I used to play like the cello in an orchestra and by
Whoa,
myself.
that's amazing.
And
Yeah.
like that's what you guys did is way more
I
terrifying.
haven't done it
No
in
way.
years, and I'm having anxiety thinking about doing
that
it.
just sounds.
Normally I don't say this, but the reason I would agree that stand-up's more terrifying is because with music it takes you over, and like you're playing
Well,
it,
if you're good, because you can
if you're
still
good.
mess up, and then
Right. Well, that part of it. But once it takes you over and once you're locked into it, it's really the music that's playing you. You know, when you're up there too. But with comedy, it's like you've got to lock in and you have to be comfortable on stage. Music can make you comfortable, I think, as far because you're relying on the you compose it. You're in your
Also, when you're like in a group of people, it's not just all eyes on you. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
And plus, if you're playing metal music like I did, and just you're headbanging the whole time, everyone's doing the same thing. Nobody really cares what the music sounds like.
It was my bread and butter. I was doing, again, 7 nights a week, 2 shows a night, and I started in college, so it was like 97 or so, and then I went to the Boston Comedy Club in New York.
Yeah,
is where
I remember
was.
the Boston.
That's where I met. You know, it's so funny. Last night, so there's a show
Do you
coming
watch
out.
Crashing with Pete Holmes? Because they have a Boston Comedy Club that
I know.
they recreated.
I got a little bit of a thing with that show. I'll tell you off air. But so there's this new show that's coming out on ABC. I'm sure you know about it. It's like their answer to This Is Us, I guess, about the guy who dies.
Yeah.
And so that I saw a thing last night to where they were showing the creator of the show. It's guy DJ Nash, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was a comedian he was like the MC. He was the guy who got me into the Boston Comedy Club.
No
And
shit.
yeah.
Okay.
He ran like the thing there. And I was in like acting classes with him out in LA. Weird. So I'd love to have him on the show actually.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I went to the Boston Comedy Club. That's where I was kind of doing comedy when I wasn't doing it at Tallahassee. I'd go back to Tallahassee, do some more shows. And then I came out here, and I told this story about the Sarah Silverman story and all that shit. And then I just started getting back into it, and then just hit it. That's where I met this character. We just started hitting the pavement for a while because people were talking about, we'll talk about our stand-up stories. I think I didn't realize how many people wanted to hear the stand-up stories. There's a lot of really great ones. But I was going up a lot.
I got some hysterically bad ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I was at a bar in the Valley. Do you guys remember the Electric Zoo? Do you remember that show? The one time the
Electric
guy.
Company.
I remember the Electric Company.
Yeah.
The Electric Zoo. I remember leaving. I remember leaving that place. And I think Ken Knapsack was the one who told me about the open mic there. Maybe it was Lou Santini.
Probably Lou Santini.
Yeah, and there was a guy out front who asked me to go inside and buy him a beer with a check, and I was like, I gotta get the hell out of here. Yeah, that was Dagnino. I was like, I'm never coming back to this one. I've done shows with the TV in the back of me, and I think people are actually clapping for me, but there's a game going on behind me. I mean, there's been some awesome ones, some terrible ones.
I ran 2 comedy shows, because for a while, I wanted to actually run shows. Yeah. And because I didn't like doing because bringer shows which was something I never wanted to do. Bringer shows basically, and nothing against people who ran them, but so they would bring people, they would book comedians, and they guarantee that you'd have to bring 5 or more people. And if you did, you get a better spot in the lineup. That's how a lot of people got started out. But I wanted to run something else. So like in 2003, at this place called Lola's. Lola's, yeah.
Cafe?
Lola's.
The place that used to be on Beverly?
It was on Fairfax.
Fairfax.
Yeah, it was on Fairfax. You did a set
I did
there.
that, yeah.
And that was a great room. And it was like this. It was a kind of like a mini Dublin's, right? And it was. And they gave us. And I only booked like really good like Sebastian was up there all the time, Steve Renazzisi, Ari Shafir, like that was like my good crew names. And we would have an Eliza, like we'd have that was our crew, and we had a lot of great shows. And then in 2010 we ran another show on the Schmoes Show, which we did, and then it was Dalia and again Sebastian and Renazzisi, and I like doing it, and it's something I would do again. And maybe we do something for Collider. I don't know, but it's just
Collider comedy.
Something like that. I don't know. It's just it's a process. It's a different life. Like when I went for Mitzi Shore's, when Mitzi passed, Mitzi Shore was a woman who started the Comedy Store and was like my Yoda. She was the one. You're really good. You should come back. We want you part of the club. And that's what she said to me. And then she was always the one you're going too fast. Sometimes just hit your moments, and then that's good. and like I loved Mitzi, and she was. I think the person who really instilled a lot of hope for a lot of comedians. She was, she was also a very interesting woman.
Melissa Leo's impression of her on "I'm Dying Up Here" is
it's pretty spot on. Yeah. And so anyway, the point is, when I went there, I got the bug back because I was hanging out with Brett Ernst and Steve, and I was hanging out with all these guys, and I kind of jumped back in time 10 years, and I'm like, man, I told my wife when I got back, I'm like, what if I went up and did a couple of sets? She said, what are you doing right now? I was like, well, what is this? And I was like, what if I just did a couple sets? She's like, you want to start doing stand-up? You going to screenings and you can come back at 3 a.m? I'm like, and I don't know if I just because you're a fighter, you get in the gym, and you're like, oh, I want to get back in the ring.
You get that snarl.
You get the snarl, but it's like because the thing is, if we did Collider Comedy and we talked about, it's been talked about, and the thing is, we'd be able to do you, me, Knapsack, Ellis, obviously. And
I don't know. There's somebody else in my team.
You got a big laugh there. Ingram, Beardo can do a set.
Jay Washington was actually pretty damn funny at Comic-Con.
Yeah, Jay Washington, of course. Right. So we have the people that can do it. And I believe that we could probably take it on tour if we did it. But I'm telling you, it's a lot of work.
It's a ton of work.
It's a lot of work. Yeah. Anyway, so that was a tangent. I also we've been talking a lot about composers, and I would hate to have Dorina on the show and not have to really show off her knowledge here. Who are some of your favorite composers like right now working? And obviously not the John Williams and the Hans Zimmers. We know about that. Like, who are some people that we should know about? I like Steve Jablonski. I don't know how a big fan you are. Good. Yeah, who do you like?
I mean, he's famous because he's from Radiohead, but Johnny Greenwood.
What's he worked on? What some of the movies
he's done a lot of the P.T. Anderson movies, and so he did Phantom Thread last year. Which,
is that your favorite score?
Yes, which should have won the Oscar, I think.
What won the score for the Oscar
Shape
score?
of Water by Alexander Desplat, who's also awesome.
He's a great composer.
Who, Desplat?
I just didn't like that.
Desplat,
His Godzilla score is freaking amazing.
Yeah, remember he was supposed to do Rogue One.
He was.
Desplat was supposed to do Rogue One. And then Giacchino came in because of something that happened because of the reshoots and everything, and they moved him off because he was already booked on something else.
What's Giacchino's biggest credit?
I mean,
everything.
He's done so much. He's done a bunch of Pixar movies like Up, which is gorgeous.
The Planet of the Apes.
The Incredibles, which is all jazzy and cool. Star Trek he's famous for, but Star Trek's okay.
So I like
Coco. He did Coco, which I was
Coco.
super impressed with as a super Mexican person because I was like, look at this guy. I don't know where he's from, but he did like ranchera, like in mariachi, and like all this type of like Mexican genre music.
It was a beautifully scored movie.
Yeah. Oh, there's Phantom Thread.
Yeah, it's Phantom Thread.
Not Coco.
Yeah.
This is not Coco. This is Phantom Thread, and I still have not seen this movie. I have
Phantom
it at home.
Thread.
Yeah,
It's not for everyone. I loved it.
I hear it's great.
It's not for everyone. It's basically.
You didn't like it?
No, what is it? Because I watched the trailer 3 times, and I have no idea what it's about.
It's about two doms trying to make each other the sub.
Wait, say it again?
It's about two doms trying to make each other a sub.
Two dominants.
Right now,
it's about a relationship.
Trying to make a submission.
Got it. No, I
So
get
dominance.
that. Still, but what is
dominant personalities?
I fucking get it, dude. Punch you through this microphone.
You see the way it works?
Yeah, I got it. So the one's got a Phantom Thread ball gag in his mouth. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
here?
perfect. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So Giacchino we talked about already, obviously. So what do you like? Someone scores from Desplat. Anything in particular?
I actually really liked his Harry Potter stuff. Like
Which
I thought
one did
that
he
was
do?
really cool. He did the last couple
Play a little
of
of that.
movies.
Okay.
And then Shape of Water was cool. It was just like it was pretty.
It was. Yeah. Did you like that movie? Yeah.
It was visually stunning, but the story was. I mean, I'm not into romance movies. I was like, meh.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, and they didn't even show
pretty
fish
grueling,
penis.
though.
Yeah, right.
You wanted to see fish penis?
That was my biggest gripe.
Because it'd be funny.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
If you go into work the next day and your friend's like, "Did you bang the fish man?" And she's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, girl." Like, my friend would be like, "Don't bang the fish guy.
Right. Yeah.
Don't do it. It's a weird fish man.
Yeah,
You can't have sex with the fish man."
This is the Harry Potter one. I mean, so he's had obviously Desplat has had some.
But my favorite of his though is Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh yeah,
I love that one.
Too. Okay.
Because that's actually my favorite Wes Anderson movie.
That's an underrated movie.
I like that
good.
movie. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that movie. It's not my favorite Wes Anderson movie, but I do. My favorite. It'll never be touched.
Royal Tenenbaums.
I love Royal Tenenbaums.
Oh yeah.
So
Me too.
good.
But this was a good score.
So good.
This was a really good score.
I
yeah.
think it should have won or it won. I forget. I don't know.
It fit the movie brilliantly.
Perfectly.
Have you ever met him before or anything?
This Blatt?
Yeah.
No.
Which composers have you met? I know did you meet some ever?
No, I just met John Williams.
John Williams. It's a pretty good one.
When I met like newer composers like Brian Tyler.
Yeah,
and,
Brian Tyler.
Yes. Phil Eisler. He does like more like TV shows and things like that.
I'll tell you, Brian Tyler.
What's he worked on?
So Brian, tons of shit.
Most of the MCU movies.
Oh.
Yeah. So Brian Tyler, who I had on 101, he came on because I had met him when he was doing the Expendables, but I think he's done the most. This is a great score. Cobbster loves this one. Iron Man 3.
Big fan. I wish I met him.
I wish you would have too. I know. And we can have him on the show. I'll just reach out to him. What a good dude.
Yeah.
And he just also did a really good score for Crazy Rich Asians.
Yes, and that's what we
talked
talked.
Really good.
And that's what we talked about when he came on the show. Is that and he's also doing Yellowstone.
Oh, the show.
Yeah.
Because the thing about like MCU, I feel like most of these scores, I blame the studios for not letting the composers actually do their own thing.
Yeah.
Because most of these scores don't have a theme. Like Thor doesn't have a theme. Like the only theme that people can hum is the Avengers.
Yeah.
Like none of these other characters have a theme. Like it's not like you
Captain
know
America does. Alan Silvestri though.
Right.
But
Wonder Woman's theme, right?
Yes.
Like 2 Batman themes. But
Yeah.
these MCU characters, you don't really know their themes, and I feel like that's the studios holding back these composers because look at what Brian did with Crazy Rich Asians,
Well,
right? Or like this one, yeah.
Yes, this Iron Man 3 one. I wish they would go more with this when this particular thing that I like the hook. I want to see this come back. This hook when he's fighting Thanos in the next one. This is a great
They
hook.
did things like Brian Tyler was attached to a couple projects with them. So he did Iron Man 3, then he did The Dark World, then he did Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
And then for a long time, Giacchino, however you say it, he did like Doctor Strange, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
So they kind of latch on to a couple here.
Well,
and there.
remember though, they switched that up though because Perlmutter was holding them back because what it was is if you noticed. The Avengers theme that you talk about, which is pretty iconic now, right?
The Silvestri one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, when they brought that in, they from the second movie, it was gone. They brought in Brian Tyler because they didn't want to pay the composer because you got to pay him more every time, and there's royalties every time you use their theme. And if you see it, there's you can use a little of it, right? You can use a little of it. So they did that, and there's hints of it. But I think once Perlmutter moved over to just TV, and Feige really took the head. He brought Silvestri back. There's more of that because you're talking about. It's so important to have a theme, and so to
otherwise
be
you just have background music.
That's what it is, and I think that's probably the difference between, say, Feige. It's something I always wanted to talk to Feige about because I believe that he understands how important music is. Because I think sometimes people push the music.
But do you think it's the director who is it? Because I feel like what happens
Not
is
for Marvel.
I feel like what happens is these directors or whoever's post is watching the movie with temp music, and when the composer brings something that's a little bit more distracting, that's more melodic and that's not background music, somebody goes, no, can you make it more like the temp music?
Right.
And then you end up with mostly background music.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember. It might have been you, but I had a conversation with it might have been Brian Tyler. I can't remember, but it was a. Temp music is the bane of composers' existence.
I mean, I said that, and then I saw Danny Elfman said that in a documentary or something.
And so, but anyway, it just depends. I mean, it depends, and that's why next time you come on, we'll try to get Brian Tyler on also, so we can have kind of more detailed conversation about it too. But
what was your when did you first fall in love with scores? What was it that
I was
drawn you to?
super young. Honestly, my first CDs were soundtracks.
Really?
Yeah, I made my mom buy me everything from Little Mermaid to Home Alone. And because
that's actually a great score, yeah.
So good. It's one of John Williams' one of my favorites of his, and that's just all I listen to. I love being in my room and listening to albums. And I mean, I used to make playlists. Well, not playlists back in there, but mixes for our family Christmas dinner, and I would put Home Alone music, you know, and then eventually when I started playing the cello, I was a total nerd, and I started playing the Beatles songs, I Am the Walrus, the string parts, and so I would try and also play score music.
That's pretty
awesome. And I got
awesome.
obsessed.
It's funny when you hear this Home Alone thing, you can hear where he gets. You hear Harry Potter in there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, and that's the thing. That's what's fun too. Is throughout the years, you can kind of figure out what each composer totally rips himself off, or herself off, from this sounds like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Like Harry Potter also sounds like Hook.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Hans Zimmer, obviously, he's ripped himself off so many times. Like Inception sounds like The Thin Red Line,
Yes.
you know, or what's the like Dunkirk sounds a lot like
That's
it as
true.
well.
Yeah. So I mean,
Interesting. Do you still play cello?
It's in my house. I
You
haven't
don't play
touched
it as much. How come? Just harder to.
Just busy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Cello.
come on! You don't give him the drum roll on that one.
That was the second time I did that too, so that's bad on my part.
It wasn't great. Thank you, Beardo. All right. So, well, look, there's so many more that we could probably talk about, and other things that we should. I mean, we have a full hour-long conversation on this.
See, that had to do with movies.
What we talked about movies a lot in this episode.
Do you guys have a favorite?
Score?
Composer?
Or how both?
I do like Time. I mean, I know even it's kind of played out.
Theme song, but it's so good.
It's so good.
It's
Like,
beautiful.
We played it like the
Yeah.
It gets me every time.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Like I was the first time I heard it, because and not only is it just an amazing piece of music, it fits that scene so well. Like after everything that they've been through, and it's just so exhausting, but it's like this sense of accomplishment and like this. It was just this monumental thing of them all waking up and looking at one another. Didn't have to say anything. It was the look that they have as it's playing through. It's so intense, and it's great.
And there's a reason why I prefer, when I say I prefer visual storytelling, is like give me more score than dialogue. There's a reason why these scenes are better when there's no words.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I love movies like Blade Runner. Like Vangelis is one of my favorites as well.
That's going to.
And that's all score.
And you know who else we have bonded over also? He doesn't have a very big library, but play John Bryan, Brion, Norman's Walk. Play John
From
Bryan.
Paranorman.
Yeah. John Bryan, Brion.
And it's no H.
Yeah.
There
That's
it
it.
is,
That's
yeah.
it. This piece is one of my favorites.
It's such a good movie,
I told
too.
you about this too. So when my daughter, who's now 7, was like 6 months old, I had this song playing, and it's just such an emotional piece of music. I loved this when I saw this in the theater, and like he's a guy too. My 2 favorite pieces of music from him are this
Eternal Sunshine.
and Eternal Sunshine. Yeah, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is one of my favorite all-time movies.
Yeah.
And his music adds to that.
You were the first person, Kristian, that like pointed out scores to me and how it's taken you out of certain movies and other movies made it much better. And since then, I actually pay attention to scores more. And sometimes, I mean, I rarely do I look in the credits, but when I see names that I've seen before, I'm like, okay, now I can kind of pick, motifs, I guess, if you will, from certain composers and how they score certain movies. So it's kind of been, because you pointed out to me that you didn't like the score in Rogue One.
Rogue One, there's parts of it. I mean, I've come around to like some of it now, but some of it still is just doesn't fit.
Right.
I mean, and it's also hard. Like any of these compositions, even whether you like them or not, it's hard. Like it's hard to come up with this music.
Especially in 2 weeks is what he did.
Yeah. But it's still like when it sounds like time music, like it's generic sounding to me.
Yeah.
You know, I want more interesting arrangements and like melodies and things like that. That's why I'm excited that I guess Hans is doing the new Wonder Woman, is what I heard.
I think he did the first one.
No, but he did it with Junkie.
Right.
No. The Wonder Woman was by somebody else. He did the theme with Junkie for Batman and that movie Superman. Oh, I love this one.
Frank
yes,
texted
Danny
me and
Elfman.
he immediately wanted us to play this.
I mean, this is Elfman.
Danny Elfman.
Yeah. I mean,
his
Danny
concert
Elfman's
is also awesome, by the way.
I want to go.
He plays a bunch of like Tim Burton stuff,
cool.
and so he does this in Beetlejuice and.
Yeah, Elfman's kind of got a majestic feel to a lot of his stuff.
And
too.
also, in my
Whimsical.
opinion, like the 2 best superhero movies out there are by him and John Williams. John Williams is Superman, and then Danny Elfman's Batman.
First Batman.
So
Play the
good.
first Batman. Yeah, the 89 Batman.
98 degrees.
Yeah, 98 degrees. But
They
are
scored a lot of movies.
I'm a different kind of. I really like the different music within a movie. So I'm Shazamming things a lot.
Right.
But even one of the ones I brought up, Pump Up the Volume.
Great
stuff
score,
like
great
that.
soundtrack.
I discover a lot of great music in
Space Jam.
You know what? You know who I was introduced to and I became a huge fan of him through Pump Up the Volume was Leonard Cohen.
Yeah.
Leonard Cohen, obviously the great Leonard Cohen. I learned about him through that movie. But yeah, this you're right. This is a
so good
iconic score, and I love that they kind of brought it back a little bit in Justice League.
Yeah.
You know, they brought it.
It's so good. I mean, that intro when I first saw the '89 movie, where like you know how the credits start with just going through the bat symbol, and it looks like you're going through a cave, and then you see the actual like bat symbol. Like I died as a kid. Like I was freaking out.
It was great.
It was so amazing.
It was really good.
I to this day think that the '89 Batman. I mean, I think it's the best Batman, but I think that it is the grittiest look at Gotham City.
Still?
Yes, I'm telling you, I still think 1989 Batman.
Well, Batman Returns even more because that was all.
I don't like
that.
That
was
movie.
like Tim. I love that.
I know. I can
like
tell you
Returns.
that's perfect for you, that movie. But
Yeah.
it was too. I thought the first Batman, the '89 Batman, was a mix of Batman and Tim Burton.
Yeah.
The second movie was all
just
Tim
Tim Burton. Yeah. And I like the Penguin. I'm not as into, but like Catwoman, and Catwoman's theme is so good too.
Is good. But
even
can
if you don't like the movie.
I do want to go back to John Bryan real quick and play the Eternal Sunshine. No, just play John Bryan Row, R-O-W.
I see. For me, there's really nothing like the Indiana Jones theme.
Oh, that's good.
And
That's really good.
He was my hero growing up. All I wanted was a
Volumes
hat
down.
and a bullwhip. My mom was like doing some fall cleaning, getting whatever summer decorations down and whatever up, and she found my bullwhip and my hat from when I was a kid. She's like, "Look what I found!" Because I had an Indiana Jones costume, and that was everything to me. So that soundtrack and that thing, like that gets me pumped up.
Yeah.
That soundtrack.
And it's a great
amazing.
hero theme. And you know, it's
Yeah.
funny that you brought it up because I was just at the John Williams concert this weekend, and they actually played, like Steven Spielberg was there, and he presented a scene from Last Crusade, the beginning scene.
Yeah. Which one?
That's my favorite one.
With
that one.
when River
River.
Phoenix is like going through the gross like reptile
zoo.
circus.
Yeah.
Zoo
So
train.
Last Crusade.
And they played the scene with zero music, so it's just the
Oh, cool.
dialogue, and like Steven Spielberg was basically like, so this could be better if you're drinking beer and wine. Like he's like, thanks for your patience, and then they played again with the orchestra and John Williams' music, and it's a completely different thing. Like that just shows you how much his
supposed to be
music
in a museum.
helps. Yeah, exactly.
My daughter's been saying that a lot lately.
Yeah.
Because she was telling me she wants to be an archaeologist, right? So
I wanted to be one forever too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so she still hasn't seen Indiana Jones yet. But she says to my mother-in-law the other day, she's like, my mother-in-law said something. What are you talking about? And my daughter goes, it belongs in a museum. and I look back, I'm making like food, and I go, so do you. It was good. But yeah, there's a lot of great composers out there, a lot of good scores. And Dorina, I think every time you come in, we should have more conversations like this. It's been fun. I honestly don't care if anybody's even listening right now. I would rather have conversations, be able to listen to all this music and play it. So that's it. Let's move on over.
Next time we'll play the game with just scores.
I'll tell you what, we should absolutely do that. That's a good idea. And I think
you know who'd be really good at that? Dorina.
Yeah.
I would want to do me.
Yeah, we should.
Can we play all horror movie music
Sure,
for John?
sure.
Me.
You might want to go head to head with like Cobbster now.
Well, Dorina, myself, Riley.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else is a score head.
Sam Levine might know some scores. Or is he a little?
I like scores.
Who are you?
Me. It's Cobbster.
Mark. I thought it was Mark Wahlberg.
He was just listening to The Witch last night. I saw that on his Twitter. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll have Cobb Flop and Sock and Fop Fon on the. All right. Let's get Brett. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, okay.
Brett's gonna go talk to some people. We're gonna send Brett around the office, and
Bye,
Brett's
Brett.
I'm gonna put on his headphones. I'm gonna mic him up, and I'm gonna send him. I'm going to send him around, and I know that right now, I guarantee you Adam Smith got the hell out of the office. He always does. He avoids Collider Live like the plague. But if we can get him, because you know what I did yesterday? I did this stupid thing. I love that. I actually really like. Please play music from
So
Brett.
good.
What music is that?
No one knows this?
It's Social Network.
Yeah, my favorite.
Yeah. So we can actually play. We can play
I thought
that.
this was Wreck-It.
This is In Motion by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's
Did Trent
actually
Reznor do the whole Social Network
With
soundtrack?
Atticus Ross.
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
When Brett's start from the beginning. When Brett starts doing his interview, then play that music.
Who am I interviewing?
All right, you got your headphone on?
Yeah, got my head. I can't hear myself.
All right, so I want you to walk over. Do you even know who Adam Smith is?
Yes,
play the
but
music.
he is not.
Oh, he might be switching heroes right now.
Can we?
Oh man,
Is
All
it
right,
actually?
It's done.
Is the show already started?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
the
we're recording right
recording.
Son of a bitch! All right, okay. So I took he's like this clothespin or whatever, and for some reason I get fidgety, right? And I pick the thing
You are
up.
a fidgeter.
I am, and I pick it up, and I don't even know why I have it in my hands. I go back to my office. I've broken this thing into 2 pieces. All right. So I look up and he goes, "Hey, Kristian, you got my clip?" I go, "It's broken." And I looked like I just kicked his puppy, you know. So I had to replace the fucking thing. But he avoids the show and doesn't want to be on it. So we're gonna get him on because I want to talk about his cooking skills.
I feel like you're like Chris Farley in the scene when he gets the woman to turn on the fryers with the chicken wings.
Yeah.
And you just like your clip.
That's exactly what it is. All right, let's go talk to who's out there right now. Who do you got?
Snyder's right there. Everybody looks busy.
Good, even better.
The office is kind of empty right now.
Stick the mic right in Snyder's face and say, "What are you doing right now?"
What are you doing right now, you filthy animal?
I can't tell you. It's embargoed until noon. I can't.
Ooh, embargo.
Say there's no embargo on Collider Live, you little. Say there is no.
There's no embargo
you little
on
bitch.
Collider Live, you little bitch.
I don't think I can tell the producers of this film that.
Say, look, Snyder, I've had enough of your
This
shit.
is just Pornhub he's looking at.
Look, say, look, say,
but at least it's good porn.
Brett, say, look, Snyder, I've had enough of your shit.
Look, Snyder, I've had enough of your shit.
Do you even know who I am, you little fucker?
Good interracial shit.
Say, do you even know who I am, you little fucker?
Do you even know who I am, you little fucker?
Yes.
Who am I, you sloppy bitch?
Brett.
Oh, he got it right.
Yeah.
Brett.
So what's my last name, you sloppy little bitch?
What's my last name, you sloppy bitch?
I was going to say fuckface, but I'll go with Sheridan.
Woo, look at that.
Wow. Tell him about his...
Now I feel bad.
Ask him the last time he got shit-faced and passed out on the street.
When's the last time you got shit-faced and passed out on the street?
I've never done that because I don't like to drink.
Oh, it was the last time you got stoned and ate so much food you shit yourself.
When's the last time you got stoned and ate so much you shit yourself?
Last night.
All right, move on over to somebody else.
Jack's over there.
All right, go to get Jack. Yeah, let's go talk to
Get some
Jack.
biscuits.
All right, so say, "Hey, Jack, what's up, you English fuck?"
What's up, you English fuck?
Hi,
Kristian.
I got a question. Do you get mad when everybody starts doing an English accent around you?
music
Don't you
back on.
feel that's kind of a little racist? Or?
No, I'm used to it. When I first got here, it was annoying. But now, yeah, it's just...
How much do you hate Americans,
You don't like it if I do an American accent, so...
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Say, Jack, everyone wants you to stop doing that. You're embarrassing yourself.
Everybody wants you to stop doing that. You're embarrassing yourself.
All right. So say, Jack.
Yeah, story of my life.
Say, Jack. Why do you feel like you have to give notes to people who've been doing this for 10 years?
Why do you feel like you have to give notes to people who've been doing this for 10 years?
I just asked if you had seen the new photos. That was it. I apologize.
Say,
Is that what you want from me?
Say, is that what you really said, or were you being condescending because you hate Americans?
Is that what you really said, or were you just being condescending because you hate Americans?
Who said I hate Americans? I love this country.
Is it
He
true?
hates Americans.
Say, are you so angry that you kicked in a door?
I'm sorry, Kristian.
Did you kick in a door because you're so angry with your soccer foot?
Did you kick in a door because you were so angry with your soccer foot?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't kick in a door.
Say, don't lie to
I don't
us.
think
We
I
know
did.
what you're trying to do here.
We know what you're trying
Wait,
to
I
do.
want to know
here.
who he roots for.
Yeah. So
Who do you root for in the soccer matches? I believe they call them
The football matches.
football matches. Yeah.
Say don't don't start telling me what to do, you little son of a bitch.
Arsenal. He's an Arsenal man.
Yeah, and say why did you say, Brett?
What? Well, Mexico, obviously, but for Premier League, I'm Man U, so that's also
Brett,
great.
Got a Man U fan in there.
Brett, ask him why he felt the need to correct you. Is it a superiority complex?
Why did you feel the need to correct me? Is it a superiority thing, or
Did I feel the need to do what?
correct me?
Correct who?
Me with the football versus
me, you son of a bitch. Get the wax out of your ears.
football versus soccer.
So get the wax out of your ears.
Yeah, there wasn't much need to. I guess it just felt like doing it.
This is you guys are making me pick on nice people here.
That's the whole. All right, now go talk to Frank. Go talk to Frank.
Where's Frank? Oh,
I love this bit so much more. I
The
love
you telling him
Oh,
what
it's
to
the
do.
best. Because he does it so well. He just because he laughs.
Did Frank get moved?
Yeah, Frank's on the other side.
Oh, he's happy.
Brett's wandering
He's
around.
shaking his. Oh no. Oh, there's Adam. He's hot. Oh, I can't come in there.
Go get,
oh
no, you can't go
Get
in
out of that room.
Yeah, don't go in that room.
Oh God.
What happened? What'd you do? What'd you do?
I didn't know.
What'd you do?
I opened the door where Adam was. I just saw a furious head shaking.
Oh yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
I'll tell him you told me to do it. Oh.
I really want to go.
Hey, this is Frank's office, not that other one I went.
I really want to send them on to our heroes. I really want to send them on to the
Don't
set.
do it.
All right, I'm here. I'm with Frank.
I want you to do it.
I really
you-
want to send them on to
Are you
heroes to
ready
have
to
them
do
interview.
your shit list today?
Yes, maybe. Yeah.
All right.
Maybe. It didn't sound like he has anybody on it.
I know who he's on. I know who's on his list. But
He's-
first, ask
yeah.
Frank how he's doing.
How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Say,
Pretty good.
Are you enjoying his new
Anything-
apartment
oh,
over there?
Did I lose it?
No, I got you. You're enjoying your new apartment over there?
I'm completely lost.
No, you can't hear us. You can't hear me?
You can't hear us.
No, I can't hear us
Hold on.
anymore.
Brett, can you hear us?
Can you hear me, Brett? No, he's too
might be
far.
too far.
Damn it, Frank's. But we can hear him. We can hear him though.
Tell Frank to come over here.
Yeah, let's just get Frank out.
I got nothing.
Go get Frank. Can you hear me now?
I can't hear
me.
anything.
That's a fucking Sprint commercial.
All
It's
right.
on a Verizon. Whatever.
Verizon.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Whatever. Gives a shit. I have AT&T.
That's the commercial for AT&T.
That's it.
Verizon,
Yeah, who gives a shit? I got AT&T. That's it. Hashtag that's the show. Are they talking about movies yet? Why are they interviewing the English guy?
We talked about movies for more than half the show.
This is what I assume that everybody's saying.
Yeah.
This has probably been my favorite episode so far. I gotta be honest with you.
Why are you drinking out of that?
Why am I not?
Giant. It's like you're in medieval times.
He's got a Napoleon complex.
Well, I don't need him to come on. I don't want to, unless he wants to.
Oh.
Does he want to
shit
come on?
list, or?
Well, no, he doesn't have to be on
We
camera.
can't. Oh, I can't hear it. We
We're right
lost
outside.
it.
Right, the dude
Right
from
outside?
Yeah,
All
well,
right.
shut the door, Brett. Come on.
Oh,
You live in a
I
barn?
can't- No, I
You
can't
were very
hear
good,
anything.
though. That was really
no,
good.
I can't hear any.
Well, I
we
know right
lost
now
it.
you can.
No, I can't.
I'm just telling you it's good. All right.
This is going well.
It is actually
Is this
going
mic
well.
even
It's
working?
fantastic. It's
Yes.
the Ozark of interviews right now.
All right. The music is incredible.
Yeah.
No, we just need to.
What is happening?
there we
left
go.
time?
I'm back.
I wish that we had a camera on Adam furiously shaking his
man.
finger. Though.
Oh,
That must have been
God.
amazing.
That's a
No,
good gif.
You're gonna
That's
have to
a
do
good
it. You're
one.
gonna have to do an impression of it when you get back in the office.
Man.
Was it good?
No, I felt like shit. It
Oh,
was.
okay. I do.
Don't fuck with that,
God, I want
man.
to send you into Heroes so badly.
But that
All
door
right.
has a lock, right? I
No,
mean,
well, yeah. He's gonna get mad at me because he's gonna think I told you to go in there. But it's on the record. I did not send Brett in there.
not according to
Adam,
me.
Yeah, no.
Not according to you. All right. All right. All right. So let's. As you got Frank there.
Mistaken
I got Frank right here.
All right. So ask Frank how he's doing.
I did that already.
Yeah, but you're showing out.
How are you doing now?
Even better.
How's his new apartment?
How's your new apartment?
My new office.
Yeah.
My new apartment.
Yeah, your new office apartment.
New office apartment. Yeah.
I can't hear what they're saying. Who's running this operation? This is like
Yeah,
I'm talking blind.
Say, Frank, stop talking and listen to me.
Stop talking and listen to me.
I have questions to ask
I
you,
have
Frank.
questions to ask.
And I don't need any of your lip.
Don't need any of your lip.
You talk to me right now, and I want to see you smile for God's sakes.
I want to see you smile. He is smiling.
All
He's
right.
a smiley guy.
All right. How much do you really like the Afterthoughts, guys?
Do you really like the Afterthoughts, guys? Be honest.
It's my favorite podcast
Of all
after
time?
Don't be a Beardo, obviously.
Wow.
So is that a shot at Kristian?
Is that a shot at Kristian?
Kristian's never asked me to be on one-on-one, so yes, absolutely.
That's fair.
I've known him for like 30 years. Welcome to the club.
All right. So let's get into. So let's talk about his shit list.
All right, let's talk about your shit list. Who is?
Well, don't. I don't want to know yet. We got
we
the
don't wanna
guests
know
in here.
yet.
So Dorina's a little bit of a disadvantage here because she doesn't know everybody.
Significant disadvantage.
So basically, the way it works is you got to pick 3 people in the office that are on Frank's shit list.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the first person. I'm going to put myself on third because I've never asked them to be on one-on-one. So that's why I think I'll be third. I think Cody probably did something to piss him off, so I think Cody will be number 2. But there's no one's going to be replacing Ryan Satin. Ryan Satin's going to be number 1 in his shit list because he's loud, and even the fact that he's over on this
Holding
side.
strong at number 1.
Yeah, Satin at number 1, and then Cody at number 2, and myself at 3. Who do you got?
I'm going to put Satin 2, Dorian 1. I don't know. Seems like he's really getting in Frank's grill.
Okay.
And then
Music's making this intense.
maybe a
Oh yeah, I can hear it. It's very
maybe
uncomfortable.
a Perry 3.
Perry at 3. Okay, what do you got, Dorina? I mean, it's hard for you.
Okay. So 3-1. I'm
3 to
gonna
1.
go Cobbster.
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
burn.
Just
No, it's
for
fine.
shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Dorian.
Okay.
And then you.
And me at number 1.
Yeah.
All right, Brett. So let's reveal the list.
All right,
and,
we're
and
gonna-
I want reasons why on each one. So
All
who's
right,
number 3?
We want the list, and we'll start with 3 and the reasons why.
Okay. And I'm doing this. I'm not supposed to hear them because, all right. I'd like to speak to the producer about this.
He's sick.
All right. Number 1.
No,
is
3. No. Go number 3. 3 first. 3 first. Number 3.
He wants to be able to hear you.
Just tell him.
Oh no, he's bouncing.
Put your headphones on. Go ahead, talking to this.
Yeah, Brett. Just tell him number. Just tell him
Oh,
number 3.
he's got a.
Okay, go ahead, talking to that mic right there. It's right in front of your face.
I'd love that. You have to tell Brett like what to do.
Go ahead,
Such
talk.
a disaster out there.
Number 3
Yeah.
is Cobbster.
Oh, why?
What do I win?
Why nothing yet?
Well, because I saw the schedule that he made for the show, and he had allotted 15 minutes to this segment, and I did not sleep last night because I'm so anxious about this.
Oh no.
Is that true? Why is he anxious?
I don't know.
Ask him.
Oh,
I mean, Frank, tell him.
I'm nervous. This is too much already.
Oh, stop it.
I'm on the shit list for agreeing to do this.
Okay, so Cobbster is your number 3. Okay.
Cobbster's number
All right,
3.
who's number 2 and why?
Number 2 is you, actually.
I picked him. I picked myself as I picked myself as 3.
You did.
Okay, why? What did I do?
Because we almost broke the internet the first week of Collider Live by doing that Dep Talk. The people wanted more, and then I hear that we can't do more unless you personally are in the room signing off on it.
That is incorrect. That is not true. All I said is I'd like to see it or hear about what the bit is. That's all I want to know. Because can you imagine?
The gold was the improv.
Well, the improv itself is fine. But what I'm talking about is, can you imagine if they put Dagnino up there to do it? Just do whatever. We're going to do a Dep Talk.
We're not talking about Dagnino. We're talking about me.
Oh, you don't get sassy with me, you son of a bitch. All right, so who's your number 1 then?
All right, number 1 is every person in this goddamn office except for Brett. Because I've been working at Collider for 2.5 years now, and it has taken until just now for somebody to put a microphone in front of me. I'm a diamond in the rough.
You are. You are.
A talent under your nose, and it took 2 guys in Kentucky to discover me. All right?
I don't know. I feel like I've been talking about Frank for my entire tenure here.
You're not wrong.
I got the email invite to be on the Josh Macuga show.
Oh, good. Well, listen, you're not wrong in the fact that you are definitely a talent, but there is something that is not fair. Whenever the camera was pointing at you, you stuck your head down and ran into the next room for a long time.
I needed a little encouragement.
True.
All right. Well,
wait, I'm sorry. So Frank got an invite to the Macuga show?
No, I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
I was being sarcastic.
All right.
Frank, you were in the audience the last shoot. You saw Ashley I from The Bachelor and Elliot Dewberry.
Oh, man.
That's true.
So you're allowing him to be in the audience, just not on the show yet.
We're testing his audience.
Well, the way that it works, Frank, we got to build up the audience for you, and then you become a hit on the show. You keep doing your shit list, and next thing you know, you'll be on. Maybe Beardo will bring back his show so he can do an interview with you.
Maybe he will.
All right. Well, thank you, Frank. We can't like Frank's list. Frank's shit list. I like it. I actually really like that Frank took over the shit list.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. All right. So let's take that music.
He really was quite nervous about it.
Was he? Well, he's the best. I like him. All right. 11:45.
Big Frank fan.
It's 11:45. We did the shit list, and now we're gonna try to do the game. Let's get Brett. Let's get Brett back in here.
He's coming back in.
And let's get. Is Rocha available to come in?
No.
This is where I
he's producing
shine.
Heroes right now.
He said to get him though.
To get him?
Yeah, he said to get him to play the game.
All right.
So
Good
I don't know
work
if we,
out there,
but
Brett.
Cobbster, can you hear me? If we don't have, do we have headphones in here for him?
In there, yeah.
We do.
I think we should be fine.
Okay. As long as he can play. All right. So the rules of the game. So let everybody know. This is something again that we used to do on the Schmoes show. This is not.
This
not
is
everybody.
my favorite.
Yeah. Not everybody will know what this is. Basically, what it is that we should have gotten the buzzers, but we don't have them. That's fine. We'll just do. Your name is your buzzer. So if you know it. If you know, you're going to listen to the clip, and if you know it, you say Dorina, and then you'll answer the clip.
The buzzers are right out here in the main room. Do you want to grab them?
It's just we'll do it next time.
Okay.
It's first to 3. We'll answer 3 clips, and you can play at home as well. You play if you're listening on audio. Make sure again if you're listening, please listen on audio. There he is.
Talk about his spoonsmanship.
Yeah. Put your headphones on. Oh, by the way, there's a couple things to let you know. You were talked about quite often on this show today. But no, so we wanted to have because I didn't. So let's
have a microphone.
Yeah, he's got one. He's got one. I thought it was
2 here earlier.
Yeah.
There's 2.
Can we get or no, he wants to chime in on it.
Right, let's just keep the mic on you for a second. Okay. So, because I think unjustly, you've gotten shit for that. Oh, we got the second one? There you go. I think unjustly.
Thanks, Cup.
You have gotten some shit for your accent in that commercial sometimes. And I said to me, it sounds, what the fuck do I know? But so we had Dorina listen to it and give a rating. She gave you 8 out of 10. It's pretty good.
I mean, it's not too bad. Thank you, Dorina.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
You booked a national commercial with the accent. It's good.
I doubted. I didn't know if you were like Hispanic or not. When I heard it, I was like, he could be Hispanic.
Yeah.
There you go.
I made $30,000 off that commercial, so you can make fun all you want.
Who
The
gives a
check's
shit?
cashed.
It's great. It's been a great bit for the show.
Did you get free El Pollo Loco?
I did not get free El Pollo Loco.
What?
Because if they had made that into a campaign, I would have.
Oh.
But so for whatever reason,
Well, hopefully we can bring it back.
Yeah, well, I auditioned for that commercial 4 separate times,
Really?
which means they cast a different person every time, trying to find
the guy,
the guy,
prestige.
and I was the 4th guy. So I don't know if they kept going or not because I didn't see.
That's a
too many
brutal
of them.
thing to know too.
Yeah.
I walked into some one time and the costume lady, I'm like, what role am I doing? She goes, I don't know. Somebody dropped out and you got it.
Welcome to the life of an actor.
Yeah. So that was that thing. So the other thing, then we started talking about your stand-up comedy.
Oh boy.
Well, Beardo had his take.
Of course he did.
But it was a fair take.
Of course he did.
Was it fair?
It was a fair take. And here's the
Was it
thing.
that Latino hate? Yeah.
No.
I'm so used to it. Brown on brown crime.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was what he had said was because he's a big stand-up comedy fan, and what he said because this is a fair criticism the first couple shows that you've done, what, 3 or 4 shows now?
Jesus, 3, yeah, 3.
3.
Tops.
So, and they've been in front of Collider fans and Schmoes fans, and that's a nice cushion for when you're starting, and that's what you need to do. His point is he wants to see what you can do in an audience that's not Collider and Schmoes fans.
All right, tell him to take me to his next family reunion, and I'll make them all laugh.
Can I say what? Can I say his response when I asked him how many times he's been up?
Yeah.
He got mad and he says, "You go up there, you motherfucker, with your 2,000 views per video."
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Well, that's a little defensive.
Because he goes, no, because he came up to me and goes, no. See, I love Beardo only presenting his point of view.
Yeah.
He walked up to me and he goes, hey.
I didn't walk
up. Let him talk. Let him talk.
Yeah, I was walking by. Shut up, Beardo. I was walking by and he goes, hey, everybody else laughed. I didn't. So, but yeah, I guess it was cool that you got up there.
So he took a shot at you. No reason.
I did not say that. I never take shots first. Never.
Right.
But when people come at me, don't come at the king. Because you better not miss, motherfucker. That's the truth. So,
all right. Well,
I wouldn't exactly call yourself the king.
Let Beardo respond.
I am in my world, Josh.
Well, I don't want to make this Rocha versus the world. I want Rocha and Beardo.
What else is new?
Beardo. So, any retort to that, or you're good?
No, I didn't say that.
You did say that.
I didn't say everyone laughed, but not me. I just said, I reiterated that you've only gone up 3 times.
No, you said you weren't funny.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
No.
Well, Beardo, did you think he was funny?
I didn't say that.
Enough said. See?
Right.
Point proven.
So look, here's the thing, though, is what we said we could do. We're gonna
He's like Trump over there.
No, let's take it easy.
All right.
All right. Let's take Beardo.
Yeah.
Give him a mic. And have you go up at like the Belly Room at the Comedy Store. Or some
Jesus.
I mean, you don't have to do this. This is up to you.
My balls liquefy. Yeah, go ahead.
This is again, if this is something you'd want to do, and we'll have you go up on stage, and we'll tape the set.
Can I do a whole thing on Beardo? A whole set on Beardo?
If you think that's going to win the crowd over, you're going to
There's
have
a lot to work.
A non-Beardo friendly crowd.
You're going to have 70 people in the audience that don't even know who the hell Beardo is, and you're going to do Beardo material.
There's a guy I work with.
Yeah.
That'll just start off like that.
All right. Well, all right. But you're up for it.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'll do 8 minutes
cool.
on Beardo.
Oh, so there we go.
They're not going to give you 8 minutes.
They might. It depends on the show. But let's get
Mr.
into
Negativity over there.
Here's the next thing, because guys, it is time. It's time to play the game.
Oh, the game.
All right. So the game, if you don't know, it's going to be a bunch of movie clips. We are going to listen to the clips. We are going to guess them. Your name is your buzzer. And you guys can play along at home, whether you're watching live or listening. And if you're listening on audio, by the way, make sure you subscribe to Apple Podcasts. And here we go. We're gonna play this game. It's gonna be these movie clips, random movie clips. We don't know what they are. We're just gonna hear them again. Your name is your buzzer. We're gonna play the 3. First person to get 3 correct wins. You guys have enough to play to 3, obviously, right?
Yes.
Great. Okay, let's do it.
Hey. Sure wouldn't mind getting some more of that Arcturian poontang. Remember that time?
Brett.
Yeah.
Platoon?
No.
Nope.
Oh,
Okay.
they say poontang
Keep
a
going.
lot.
Brett's out.
The one that you had was male. It doesn't matter when it's Arcturian, baby.
Rocha.
Yeah.
Out. Full Metal Jacket.
Nope.
All right. Rocha's out.
Do the thing with the knife. Please. Come on, I don't want to see that, man. Come on, man. All right.
Hey, what are you doing, man? Hey, what are you doing?
Damn it!
Come on, quit messing around, Dre. Come on. Bishop, hey, man.
Christian? I don't know. Poison Hood.
Oh, God. Can I steal it? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Can we answer?
No. You're gonna give these two until these 2 are out. Then you guys can.
The 2 that are not good at
No
this.
idea what this is.
Do it, Bishop. Hey, not me, man.
Yeah, you.
Hey, come on, quit messing around. Don't move. Come on.
Oh, yeah. All right, damn it.
Oh,
This is Dorina.
What?
Back to the Future.
No, you're out.
Damn it.
Last one.
Gangs of New York?
All right, the answer was Aliens.
Aliens.
Is that what it
Never
is?
even
Damn
seen
it.
that.
All right, so nobody
Should've
gets the
let it
point.
go.
Nobody gets the point in that. All right.
Hear that Pullman?
Yep. All right, next one.
Poontang.
No, it's not.
Oh, this is much better. Whoa. Costume's a bit much. So tight. With the confidence, I can feel the righteousness surging.
Hey, you want to have a rousing discussion about truth, honor, patriotism?
Josh.
Yeah.
Starship Troopers?
No.
Good guess.
That's it.
That's it. Play it again.
Oh, this is much better. Whoa.
Oh, shoot.
Costume's a bit much. So tight. With the confidence, I can feel the righteousness surging.
Hey, you want to have a rousing discussion about truth, honor, patriotism? God bless them.
I don't know. Kick-Ass 2.
It says Thor: Dark World.
That's what it was. It was Thor.
Really?
Yep.
Nobody
Oh,
got
I
it.
blocked that one out of my mind.
We're eating shit so far.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Next one.
Hey, fuckhead.
What? Don't say what, Dixon, when she comes in calling you a fuckhead. And
Christian.
Don't you
Edge of Tomorrow?
Nope.
come in here. You get over here.
No. You get over here.
All right.
What?
Oh, Macuga. Hateful Eight?
Nope.
Who picked these clips?
People who like movies.
Fucking Beardo.
Questioning his judgment now, aren't you?
You do not allow a member of the public to call you a fuckhead in this station house.
That's what I'm doing. I'm taking care of it in my own way, actually.
Rocha. 3 billboards in Ebbings, Missouri.
Okay, all right. Rocha got it. Rocha got it.
Outside Ebbings,
Yeah, that's
Missouri,
fine.
but we'll
We'll
give
give
it
it
to
to
you.
him. Send it to
Close
Schmoes
enough.
Know. That's fine. All right, Rocha got it. So Rocha's got up by 1. All right.
So Rocha's the only one with.
Right now. Yeah.
What about Tony? He's looking forward to the hotel, I bet.
Macuga.
Yeah.
True Grit.
Nope.
Brett. It's Shining.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, Brett. All right.
Wow.
All right. Brett's up.
Sheridan.
And I
Rocha
said
and
Pullman,
Brett.
not Paxton. Sorry.
That's fine. Here we go. Next
Sheridan
one.
dances
Next
with
one.
the wolves.
Next one.
All right, you all know the drill. When your number is called, step forward and repeat the phrase you've been given.
Macuga.
Macuga.
Damn it.
Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
Good
Yep.
job.
All right. 1-1-1. Dorina and I with a big goose egg.
You know what I say when I see that? Family.
Macuga.
One big
What?
family.
Hell or High Water.
Nope.
Shit.
Mark, you got mouths to feed. That's a family.
I'm looking for a few good men and women who aren't afraid of hard work, aren't afraid to roll up their sleeves.
Cliche, I know, but
I'm looking for scrappers, hustlers, guys who are willing to roll up their sleeves.
people with a little drive.
They got a little fire in the belly. Got a little chutzpah. I stand right here before you today, and I'm going to offer you something as precious as gold. You know what that is? Anybody?
Christian. Gold.
No. I don't think anyone's seen this movie.
Is it 80s movie?
No, it came out last year.
What is it?
The Founder.
Would have never gotten that.
That's too. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I knew.
I saw
Shame
that one.
on me because I love Michael Keaton.
Yeah, saw
Yeah,
I thought it was Michael Keaton in that one with the factory.
Yeah, you gotta get. Yeah,
It's a good movie.
it's a good movie, but come on, you pulled. Start it again.
You have to put things in perspective.
Macuga. Theory of Everything.
Damn it.
No.
Oh, I would have picked that too. actually, that's what I would have said too. Yeah. All right.
I know.
She doesn't deserve you.
Thanks, I
fuck.
appreciate that.
Christian. Her.
No.
There are plenty of fish in the sea.
Great, that's great advice. Thanks a lot. Okay, bye.
Life, after all.
Will you I'm trying to make a phone call.
Are you calling her?
No, will you stop? I'm trying. Please.
Brett.
Or Brett.
Swingers?
Yeah.
Wow. Brett on 2. Is Brett winning?
Wow.
Brett
That's
gonna
the
win his
Sheridan.
first match here. If Brett can hit his next one, he is the winner and beats the outlaw.
Yeah, wow.
There we go. Let's go.
Sheesh.
Can Brett the underdog do it? There we go. Next one.
Oh, how come you're not in school?
I don't go to school. I'm a model.
Macuga.
Yeah.
Beautiful Girls.
Nope.
Ooh.
Like for magazines?
I'm going to London.
Dorina got it.
Sing Street.
Yep.
Yeah.
Son of a...
Yeah. I'm the only one. No point. Good job, me.
Fucking hell.
All right. Good.
Fight harder, huh? I don't see you fighting so hard, baby. I don't see you running up
Brett.
to Betty.
Yeah.
It's Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
And your winner,
Nice.
Brett Sheridan wins it.
Nice.
Shits the bed in the fan leagues,
Good
but
job,
hey,
bud.
he does it here with the game. Brett Sheridan
Good
leaving
win,
the
good win.
Ella hanging almost.
The Sheridan.
And that's it. Brett Sheridan has
Sheridans.
won the game
Hello.
here. Look, this is a new iteration. You're the only person to win here too. Now you got to take on. You know who the best is of all time at the game, right?
Who's that?
Sam Louie. He's the best.
It's insanity.
It's insane how good he is. So
Quotes are so hard.
quotes?
Yeah, for me, I need visuals or music.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, quotes are-
Sam is so good at this game. So Sam will come in eventually, and we'll have you. Now he can square off against Brett. Look at that, Brett. Good job. All right, so guys, hope you had a fun show like the rest of us did. We had a blast here. I like talking about movies, like talking about all this as a composers and Rocha's stand-up. There's so much to talk about. And thank you for John Rocha for joining us, and for Brett Sheridan and Josh Macuga and Dorina. Thank you for joining us. We come
Thank
back
you for
and
having
do this
us.
again?
Maybe.
Having us?
Yes, of course.
I'm glad we had us too. Dorina, and make sure, where can they follow you? 'Cause they
At
should.
Evil Dorina on Twitter and Instagram. Do not follow me on Facebook. Facebook sucks.
All right, cool. So you're going to be back here, though, and we would love to have you back talk more composers and in general, because I think that you can give us as much shit as we gave you. So let's have you back.
As long as I can give you shit, I'm happy to be back.
Well, that's the basis of our friendship. So, guys, thank you so much. We'll be back on Monday. Short week, obviously, this week with the holiday. We'll be back on Monday. And wish Riley well. He's shitting his brains out right now. All right, guys, see you next time.